Chapter 640. Lin Xian was not here to attend classes. To be honest, he had already learned all the things that Xiao Runing was talking about. Wang Xintong also knew them. However, they would just treat it as a revision. They were all waiting to enter the advanced class or even the backyard. Basically, all of them were here for the mystic realm. Little Tong Tong, did you miss me? Lin Xian placed his hand on Wang Xintong's desk and squeezed it. Wang Xintong's little face was flushed red. However, this scene was witnessed by a few people. They had an expression of disbelief. What did they see? They actually saw this freshman taking advantage of Wang Xintong. Unforgivable. At this moment, someone behind Lin Xian poked him on the left and passed a small note to Lin Xian. Lin Xian opened the note. You're finished. How dare you touch young Master Lu's woman? You're dead. This was the content of the note. Lin Xian's lips curled into a smile. Wang Xintong was also a campus belle. Lin Xian had expected that she could attract the attention of others. Who is this young Master Lu? Lin Xian's hand started to move around under the desk. He then asked with a smile. Wang Xintong bit her lip and blushed. Don't move. Lin Xian smiled and stopped teasing her. Xiao Runing, who was sitting in front, naturally paid more attention to this bastard Lin Xian. Of course, she also saw Wang Xintong's blushing face. This bastard was definitely taking advantage of this girl again. Regarding this question, Lin Xian, answer it. Xiao Runing looked at Lin Xian and asked. Lin Xian stood up. What was the problem? Lin Xian scratched his head. You don't know? Lin Xian nodded. If you don't know, go stand outside as punishment. Lin Xian. Wow. This woman. He still took too little advantage of her. That. Miss Xiao, I'm a new student. I don't know anything. I haven't even started learning. It's normal that I don't know anything. There's no need for me to stand outside as punishment. Lin Xian said with a dry cough. Xiao Runing secretly glared at Lin Xian, and then said, Okay, you teach me well. Then, Lin Xian heaved a sigh of relief and sat down. Little Tong Tong, who the hell is this young Master Lu? Lin Xian asked again. Wang Xintong whispered. He seems to be the son of a big family in Lin and City. He looks quite powerful. Is he your suitor? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Wang Xintong nodded. I told him that I have a boyfriend, but he didn't believe me. Wang Xintong only said that she had a boyfriend, but she didn't say that it was Lin Xian. She was also thinking for Lin Xian, because she actually knew some of Lin Xian's thoughts. That proves that my little Tong Tong is charming. Lin Xian smiled. Wang Xintong was so shy that she didn't know what to say. Xiao Runing was unhappy. She just watched Lin Xian flirt with Wang Xintong. Although she didn't know what they were talking about, Wang Xintong's blushing face was enough to say something. I'll take you to see him after class. No need. It's too troublesome. You can go do your own thing. Don't worry about me. Wang Xintong was afraid of disturbing Lin Xian. Isn't your business my business? It's fine. Wang Xintong nodded slightly. If it was in the past, Wang Xintong would be very worried about Lin Xian's safety. But now, she didn't have to worry too much. At least in this city, she didn't have to worry too much. Lin Xian was in the Thunder Tribulation Realm. The Thunder Tribulation Realm might only be a mediocre level in the world, but in an academy, it was indeed very powerful. Moreover, Wang Xintong also knew that Lin Xian's combat strength was strong. Class is over. Xiao Runing said, then hugged her books and walked away. Many students were reluctant to part with her, and even many students outside came out just to see Xiao Runing. As soon as Xiao Runing left, Lin Xian was immediately surrounded by a few people. What's the matter? Lin Xian glanced at them. Do you know who you took advantage of today? That's our young Master Lu's woman. I've already sent a message to young Master Lu. Just wait for your death. Lin Xian shrugged. Why was it that after leaving the academy for a while, he couldn't get used to the idiotic students in the academy. And he felt that every academy was like this? Was there always a group of people who thought they were awesome? Oh, that's great. Lin Xian secretly gave them a thumbs up. Everyone? Great. Was there something wrong with this newcomer's brain? Little Tong Tong, are you hungry? Let's go to the academy to buy some snacks. Wang Xintong nodded slightly. Then, Lin Xian held her hand and walked out. Everyone. What was going on? How could he hold Wang Xintong's hand? Moreover, Wang Xintong really held his hand? The two of them walked out just like that. Many students' eyes fell on them, and then their mouths fell open. Damn. Isn't that the new campus belle Wang Xintong? She's actually holding hands with a guy? What's going on? Is that Wang Xintong's boyfriend? Nonsense, it's not her boyfriend holding hands with a guy openly. That's not right. Didn't Wang Xintong fail to pursue young Master Lu from the advanced class? Then who would be able to pursue her? Moreover, I don't know this guy. He's definitely not a famous powerhouse in our academy, right? What's going on? Seeing this scene, everyone was shocked and incredulous. One by one, they followed them from afar. Hey, it's Lin Xian. Lu Yufan and Yi Yi walked out hand in hand and happened to see this scene. How should they put it? Seeing Lin Xian and Wang Xintong holding hands, Lu Yufan was jealous, but she was not angry. It was as if this was a very normal scene. Moreover, they were good friends. Then, Yi Yi and Lu Yufan ran over. Hey, Lin Xian. Lu Yufan patted Lin Xian's shoulder. Wang Xintong subconsciously wanted to let go of Lin Xian's hand, but Lin Xian held it very tightly. Lin Xian turned to look at them. Let go, don't take advantage of Xintong. Lu Yufan pouted. At this moment, Lin Xian smiled bitterly, scratched his head, and let go of Wang Xintong. Lin Xian, why are you here? Yi Yi asked curiously. Oh, I'm here to study. I'm in the same class as Xintong. The two girls. Tisk. I think you're here to pick up girls. Lu Yufan's cute little nose wrinkled. Hee, yes, I'm here to pick you guys up. Hooligan. And this scene was witnessed by everyone. The three new campus belles all knew this guy, and they were even fooling around. It looked like they had a good relationship. Oh my God. What's going on? What's wrong with this world? Chapter 641. What you can't get is forever in turmoil. In a short period of time, this news spread like wildfire in Sacred Academy. It was very simple. Spread it in the group, and then the people in the group would spread it in their own group. Then, on Sacred Academy's forum, this post became the hottest topic. Soon, the whole academy knew about it. Lin Xian also became popular. It was so fast and so simple. Everyone knew of this person's existence, but they didn't know his name. Wait for your death. Whether it's Lu Yufan, Yi Yi, or Wang Xintong, there's no lack of big shots chasing after them. This person is actually so close to all three of them. He can only wait for his death. Everyone was looking forward to the scene of Lin Xian being beaten up. To be honest, they were really looking forward to it. They were jealous. Jealousy made them want to see Lin Xian being beaten up. In fact, Lu Yufan and the others liked having Lin Xian come to school. This was because they could basically see each other every day. In the past, when Lin Xian wasn't in school, they couldn't see each other. Sacred Academy originally had 10 campus belles, but because of their addition, the ranking of campus belles was changed. This was normal. Any beautiful person who entered a school, as long as they reached the standard of campus belles, would be ranked. As a matter of fact, Lu Yufan and the others directly squeezed out a few of the original campus belles. Then, they occupied the campus belles ranking. The main reason was because they were beautiful. When they were beautiful, they didn't have to do anything and naturally had people chasing after them. You came at the right time. There are a few people who are annoying us every day. Help us solve them. Lu Yufan said with a grin. Sure, but I need a reason. The three beautiful girls looked at Lin Xian. Think about it. It's their freedom to chase after you, right? They nodded. So, this is their freedom. What right do I have to stop them? Somehow, he felt that it made sense. Then what should we do? Lu Yufan blinked her big eyes and asked. Lin Xian smiled. I have an idea. Speak. Lin Xian then smiled and said, It's simple. You just need to give me a reason to help you. What reason? Lin Xian said, If you are all my girlfriends, then I have a reason. But if I'm not, I don't even have the right to warn them, right? Ugh. For some reason, he felt that it made sense. But, isn't it strange that you have the three of us as your girlfriends? Lu Yufan asked innocently. It's not strange, as long as you don't care about the rumors. Do you care? They shook their heads. Of course I don't. That's good then. Well, from now on, I'm the boyfriend of the three of you. Then, Lin Xian hugged Wang Xintong with one arm and Yi Yi with the other. Lu Yufan, Yi Yi, Wang Xintong, and the people around them who had been paying attention to them were even more dumbfounded. It's not a big deal that you're holding hands with Wang Xintong. It's normal that you're a couple. You're holding hands with Wang Xintong, and you even know Yi Yi and Lu Yufan. You're chatting and laughing with them. That's not a problem. You're on good terms, so you know each other. But, you're F*King hugging two school bells. That's a F*King big problem. What the F*CK? What's going on? He's F*King hugging both Yi Yi and Wang Xintong? They can't all be his girlfriends, right? Bullsh*T. It's impossible even if you use your toes to think about it. But how can their relationship be so good? No, why would the school bells agree to let a guy hug both of them? Aren't they uninterested in guys pursuing them? What's going on? Oh my God. I want to know. Please tell me. This scene had completely refreshed their worldview. And Lin Xian. It felt so good. He's hugging two school bells in front of so many people. Can you understand this feeling? Sorry, you can't because you've never experienced it before. Do we really have to do this? Yi Yi was a little uncomfortable. After all, Wang Xintong and Lu Yufan were both Lin Xian's girlfriends. They might be better off, but she wasn't. At most, she was on good terms with Lin Xian. However, Lin Xian and her were just short of a confession. If they confessed, they could basically win her over. However, because Yi Yi hadn't triggered the mission yet, this confession to Lin Xian had to be put aside for now. Lin Xian, of course, I'll be your shield. Don't worry, leave everything to me. But I still have to hug them. Lu Yufan said jealously. Lin Xian pondered for a moment, then let go of Yi Yi and hugged Lu Yufan. Everyone? What the F*CK? This is crazy. Their worldview had really collapsed. The three of them took turns hugging each other? And the three school bells didn't reject him? What the F*CK? Even in school, it was almost impossible for a boy to hug two girls. But it did happen. For example, some rich playboys could hug two girls. It happened in St. Brilliant's Academy too. Girls liked each other for money and didn't care about anything else. If they were willing, then it was fine. But it was different now. Lin Xian was hugging three girls. And three of them were school bells. The meaning, extent, and even the concept were completely different. I keep feeling like I've been tricked and taken advantage of. Lu Yufan pouted. But more than that, she felt that it was quite interesting. They didn't care about the rumors. In any case, it was fine as long as they knew it in their hearts. As for their families, so what if they found out? They could just explain it to them when the time came. How could that be? Wouldn't I be tired too? Think about it. When the time comes, I might have to fight against the suitors of you three beautiful girls. How tired would I be then, right? I'll pay the price. Lin Xian began to speak all kinds of sweet nothings. The naive girls were stunned and felt that this wasn't good. But they were convinced by Lin Xian's nonsense. In front of them, a few people were walking towards them. They happened to meet Lin Xian and the others. Then, they were completely stunned. That was normal. Anyone who saw this scene would be stunned. Young Master Lu, isn't this Wang Xintong? She actually... And there's Lu Yufan and Yi Yi. One of them said with widened eyes. Did they King see a ghost in broad daylight? When Lu Zhengyi saw this scene, he was enraged. What was going on? What was going on? Chapter 642. He was one of Wang Xintong's pursuers. Of course, if he were to pursue Lu Yufan or Yi Yi, he would be willing to do so because they were all beautiful. However, he had to choose one to pursue. Thus, he chose Wang Xintong and launched an extremely exaggerated attack on her. Although Wang Xintong rejected him, he believed that this was just a pretty girl's reservedness. Those young masters who pursued Yi Yi and the others were also in the same situation. However, they all believed that this was just a pretty girl's reservedness. One day, as long as he asked them out alone, he would be able to win them over. However, what did he see? The girl he pursued and the other two campus belles were actually being hugged by a boy. Moreover, they were doing it so openly, even in front of the entire school. Was this King Ghost? Lu Zhengyi really rubbed his eyes. After rubbing his eyes, what he saw was still the same scene. CK. The expressions of the surrounding people were exactly the same as his. It was as if they had seen a ghost in broad daylight. At this moment, Lin Xian was indescribably pleased. Young Master Lu, who is this person? What right does he have? A person beside Lu Zhengyi asked in shock. How the CK would I know? CK. How dare you touch my woman? You're courting death. Lu Zhengyi then walked over angrily and stood in front of Lin Xian and the others. Oh, this is interesting. Lu Zhengyi actually saw this scene. Then this arrogant brat is done for. Lu Zhengyi is a member of the advanced class. His strength is one of the best among his peers in China. His family is also very powerful. CK. He's hugging the campus belles left and right. If this isn't King Death, then what is? In any case, the surrounding 100 people definitely wanted to see Lin Xian get beaten up. You, stop right there. Lu Zhengyi pointed at Lin Xian and shouted angrily. More and more people gathered around. After all, the three campus belles were together. After all, such a shocking incident had happened. Lin Xian and the others stopped in their tracks. Then, Lin Xian looked at Lu Zhengyi. You are... Lu Zhengyi. Lu Zhengyi gritted his teeth as he glared at Lin Xian. Lin Xian smirked. Oh, I don't know you. What's the matter? If there's nothing else, you're blocking the way. I still have to take my 3 girlfriends to eat. Lu Zhengyi. 3 girlfriends. Tong, what is the meaning of this? Lu Zhengyi looked at Wang Xintong. I told you, I have a boyfriend. Lin Xian is my boyfriend. Wang Xintong said. But he... Lu Zhengyi gritted his teeth. It doesn't matter. The 3 of us don't care. Why do you care? Lu Yufan hugged Lin Xian's arm and said sweetly. Lu Zhengyi was going crazy. Was this King real or fake? However, they were indeed taken advantage of by this Lin Xian. How could they be taken advantage of by a guy who was not their boyfriend? If there's nothing else, move aside. After speaking, Lin Xian said to Lu Yufan, let's go to Rose Heaven for dinner tonight. Sure, let's go together. Yi Yi and the others nodded. Lu Zhengyi. Then, Lin Xian and the others were about to leave. Wait. Lu Zhengyi stopped Lin Xian. Is there anything else? I want to fight you one-on-one. Only the winner will get Wang Xintong. Lin Xian. Are you still young? Lin Xian smiled. What the F***ck? You don't dare. Lu Zhengyi smiled disdainfully. Fight. 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 For some reason, the people around them agreed. They really wanted to see Lin Xian get beaten up. Lin Xian shook his head. You can't beat me. After speaking, he hugged Wang Xintong and Lu Yufan and walked forward. You're courting death. Lu Zhengyi's expression instantly turned ugly. An aura erupted from his body, and then a thunderbolt blasted toward Lin Xian. However, he regretted it the moment he blasted it out. He was a member of the advanced class, and his strength was at the mysterious heaven realm. Meanwhile, Lin Xian was only a new student in the beginner class. He should be very weak. If things went wrong, this thunderbolt might just kill him. Although he was furious, he did not want to kill. Although he was a hedonistic young master, he really did not dare to do this. However, those who were watching the show did not care. So what if he killed Lin Xian? It had nothing to do with them. Anyway, they were jealous when they saw Lin Xian hugging several school beauties. It would be better if he died. However, in the next moment, the thunderbolt that was about to hit Lin Xian's back suddenly disappeared. Boom! The disappeared thunderbolt reappeared in front of Lu Zhengyi and blasted toward him. Lu Zhengyi was shocked. He quickly blocked it, but was sent flying by his own thunderbolt. He landed on the ground and stabilized himself with difficulty. Everyone was dumbfounded. What was going on? Why would such a scene happen? Lu Zhengyi was also puzzled. Why? Why did the thunderbolt he released turn around and attack him? He didn't believe it, so he released another bolt of lightning, and then bombarded him. Something was wrong. Something was wrong. Someone must have done it. Was it Lin Xian? Lu Zhengyi frowned. This was the only possibility he could think of. Then this Lin Xian. Could he be an expert? That's possible. After all, the beginner class was not necessarily trash. Moreover, it was a crucial point. The fact that Lin Xian was able to attract the attention of 3 school beauties all by himself, and even had 3 of them in his arms, proved that he was something. Although Lu Zhengyi was a playboy, he still had some brains. Young Master Lu, what do we do now? Don't worry. Let's follow them and take a look. Lu Zhengyi then led his men to follow behind Lin Xian. Lin Xian brought them to the store. Boss, we'll wrap up all these grilled sausages. Everyone. Was he F***king crazy? You F***king bought dozens of grilled sausages to show off your wealth? More and more people followed behind Lin Xian and the others because this scene was simply too inconceivable. In the beginning, Yi and Wang Xintong were not used to it. Lu Yufan was fine because of her personality. However, they gradually got used to it. Then, each of them held 2 grilled sausages in each hand and munched on them as they went to buy other delicious food. These were all simple things. However, it depended on who they were with. With Lin Xian, even if it was just a simple walk, it was still interesting. Xiao Runing came to buy a cup of milk tea and saw this scene. She opened her mouth. This Lin Xian. Perhaps this sacred academy would be stirred up again because of this Lin Xian's arrival. Because he did not want to keep a low profile. Chapter 643. Lu Zhengyi was about to die from jealousy, but what could he do? It seemed like he couldn't beat him, and his woman was in his arms. What could he do? Lin Xian. Xiao Runing called out to Lin Xian. Lin Xian looked over, and because they knew each other, Lu Yufan and the rest quickly left Lin Xian's evil clutches in embarrassment. Miss Xiao, buy some milk tea. Let me treat you. Lin Xian said with a grin. Can you pay attention to your image in the academy? I have a good image. I dress appropriately and speak politely. Am I right, young Master Lu? Lin Xian asked Lu Zhengyi, who was pretending to buy something. Yes, my ass. Miss Xiao, this Lin Xian is openly hugging girls in the academy. This has seriously affected the atmosphere of Saint Brilliance Academy. I suggest that the academy punish this kind of person. Lu Zhengyi said. Xiao Runing pondered for a moment and felt that it was reasonable. So his name is Lin Xian. It's useless even if he calls himself Daddy Lin. But let's not talk about other things. He can really have the school belle level beauties on both sides. Even the people in the backyard can't do that, especially those who tried so hard to woo one of them. But this is something we have to admire. Soon, the name Lin Xian became famous in St. Brilliant's Academy because of this incident. Lin Xian laughed and said, "I don't think it's a big deal. Is it illegal for me to hold hands and hug my girlfriend in the academy? Of course, you have one girlfriend and I have 3, but it's not illegal, right? Is it illegal for me to hug 3? They get along well with each other. Is it illegal?" For some reason, he felt that Lin Xian's words made sense, but it was so King infuriating. After saying that, Lin Xian secretly glared at Xiao Runing, as if to say, "If you make me unhappy, I'll hug you too." Not to mention, Xiao Runing was a bit scared. "Fine, you can do whatever you want if you have the ability." After saying that, Xiao Runing walked away with her milk tea. This kind of thing wasn't easy to deal with, but it couldn't be helped even if others were unhappy. Lin Xian's gaze swept across Lu Jingyi. Lu Jingyi frowned. He was thinking about something. He couldn't get his hands on the woman anymore. He couldn't beat her either. Only someone more powerful could beat her. He didn't want that either. But now, there was a chance for him. Although he thought that Lin Xian was very ordinary, he was able to have 3 beauties on his left and right. He was even able to get them to get along well with each other. For him to be willing to have 3 beauties on his left and right meant that he had something up his sleeves. But what about him? It was easy for him to find a girlfriend because his family had a lot of power, but the girls he found were all ordinary girls, and 99% of them had taken a fancy to his money, so he preferred girls like Wang Xintong, because he felt that not only was she beautiful, she wouldn't care about his money, but he couldn't get it. Moreover, he didn't know how to use methods other than money to woo girls. Then, if he could learn a trick or two from Lin Xian, he could also master the art of woo girls. Since he couldn't get the woman, there was no need to be an enemy. Moreover, there were a few more beautiful goddesses in the academy. If he couldn't get them, wouldn't there be more noble ones? He didn't think that Lin Xian could woo girls of their level, but he could. As long as he learned Lin Xian's art of woo girls. Those girls weren't much prettier than them. They were older than them, and most people liked goddesses in their 20s. Of course, they would be as pretty in a few years. But now, it was obvious that girls in their 20s were more charming. Moreover, they were especially charming. Their temperament wasn't just for show. Moreover, none of them had a boyfriend. If he could woo those kinds of goddesses, he would be King proud to bring them out. And it was true that they had many more suitors than Lu Yufan and the others. After all, Lu Yufan and the others were the 5th, 6th, and 7th school bells. There were 4 more in front of them. Those 4, TSK. He needed Lin Xian. "Boss, how much?" Lin Xian brought the 3 girls for a snack and asked. Cough cough. At this moment, Lu Zhengyi coughed and said, "Well, this meal is on me. Keep the change." He handed over a few red notes. Lin Xian smiled. "Oh. Young Master Lu, is something the matter?" Lu Jingyi smiled. No. I'm just taking care of the new students. In this St. Brilliant's Academy, who doesn't know that I, young Master Lu, am generous and generous? Everyone likes to make friends with me because I, young Master Lu, am generous and generous. You're just a fool with a lot of money, right? Lu Yufan said. Lu Zhengyi then said, "I attacked young Master Lin just now because I wanted to test the new student's strength. Since Xintong has found her place, I can only give her my blessings." Lin Xian raised an eyebrow. This Lu Zhengyi was quite interesting. Other hedonistic young masters fought and killed. If they couldn't beat them, they would let others do it. If others couldn't beat them, there would be others behind them. In any case, there were all kinds of plots and tricks. This Lu Zhengyi actually paid for him and even said such words. Was this a scheme? Lin Xian wasn't sure. Is something the matter? Lin Xian took a sip of milk tea and said. Cough cough, Lu Zhengyi said. Young Master Lin, are you going to Rose Heaven for dinner tonight? I'll go too. I'll be a good host, okay? It's my treat. No need. I'm going with my 3 little girlfriends. Why are you going? This is true. The surrounding people were also dumbfounded. Weren't they supposed to say tough words to each other and then fight to the death? If they couldn't win, they would invite someone stronger to fight. Why did it suddenly become like this? It was too strange. Many strange things had happened today. But I appreciate your kindness. You can be a good host. As for the place, don't go. So, if you have the heart, then give me a discount. I'll pay with your money tonight. That's your treat, right? Lin Xian suddenly said. Pfft. Lu Yufan and the others couldn't help but laugh. What kind of logic was this? This Lin Xian was really shameless. With so many people around and his previous words, this Lu Zhengyi really couldn't refuse. However, he didn't think it was too big of a deal. Okay. Does that mean young Master Lin wants to be friends with me? A fool with a lot of money. Bah, young Master Lu is so enthusiastic. Of course. Then let's add each other as friends. After that, I'll transfer the money to you. Lin Xian smiled. Sure. This F***er, was he really stupid? Chapter 644. Then, in front of the stunned crowd, they added each other as friends. This was F***ing completely different from what they had expected. Is young Master Lin free now? After all, young Master Lin just arrived, right? Whether it's Xian Tong or Lu Yufan, they're also new here. They're not very familiar with this place. Why don't I personally lead the way for you to familiarize yourself with this new environment? Lin Xian obviously knew that he had something to say to him. Sure. Then, Lin Xian said to them, I'm going out with young Master Lu. You guys can play by yourselves. Can't we go together? Lu Yufan pouted and asked. This is a topic between men, a topic between men. Lu Zhengyi coughed and said, Oh. Then, Lin Xian and Lu Zhengyi left just like that. Everyone was dumbfounded. The two of them walked around the school. Ahem, Lu Zhengyi coughed awkwardly and said, I was wrong to attack young Master Lin just now, so I'll apologize to young Master Lin first. Lin Xian smiled. It's okay. Lu Zhengyi then asked curiously, Young Master Lin, to be honest, are those 3 really your girlfriends? Otherwise, why would I just hug them like that? Then, Lu Zhengyi gave Lin Xian a thumbs up. Amazing, amazing. I want to ask you how you were able to pursue them, and even let them know that you're 3-timing and not blame you. I've always thought that this is a kind of knowledge, the most profound knowledge. Unfortunately, I've never been able to understand it. Lin Xian smiled in his heart. So this Lu Zhengyi was learning how to pick up girls from him. Lin Xian didn't know how to pick up girls. He was far from it. Lin Xian really felt that he was lucky to be able to pick up so many girls, including Han Chuxue and Ling Ying. These 2 girls were normally impossible for him to touch, but he was able to get them both. Was it strength? No, it was luck. He unintentionally saved Han Chuxue, and because of this, Lin Xian was able to get her. He unintentionally saved Ling Ying, and then raped her while he was unconscious. It was also because of this that he was able to get her. Lin Xian truly felt that he was lucky. However, there was no problem in imparting some experience to him. Lin Xian had a weathered look on his face as he said, Once upon a time, I was just like you. I felt that chasing a girl was very difficult indeed. Lu Zhengyi nodded his head excitedly as if he could empathize with him. Yeah, it's really difficult. Those women are only after my money, and to be honest, their looks are just average. The so-called beauties paled in comparison to them. Lin Xian said, That's why I spent 10 years researching this matter. Finally, I made a breakthrough last year. F***ck. That's really a big step for us men. Lu Zhengyi said excitedly. 10 years of research was exactly what he needed. Look at me now. What kind of woman in this world can't I get? This? Lu Zhengyi scratched his head and said, Actually, it's not that I want to discourage you, young Master Lin. There are indeed a few goddesses in our Saint Brilliance Academy that are almost impossible to get. Oh. Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. Is the target of this mission about to appear? Then tell me, I'm new here too. Who are the girls in Saint Brilliance Academy that I can't get? Those are the top 4 goddesses in Saint Brilliance Academy. Our Miss Xiao is one of them. Lin Xian. However, because she's a teacher, she's ranked a little lower. She's ranked 4th. The 3rd and 2nd goddesses are really beautiful. They've only been in the academy for a few days, but they're already ranked 2nd and 3rd, just like Lu Yufan and the rest. However, they have even more suitors. The 3rd is Ling Ying, and the 2nd is Han Chuxue. Lin Xian. It's really these 2 girls. However, what made Lin Xian curious was that they were only ranked 3rd and 2nd. The 2 of them and Miss Xiao are the real goddesses. It's a pity that strangers can't get close to them. You say, school belles like Wang Xintong and the rest can at least exchange a few words with them, right? As for Han Chuxue and the rest, Teske, we don't even dare to talk to them. It makes us feel inferior. To be honest, if you don't have confidence, you'll feel inferior in front of them. Unfortunately, the 2 girls he was talking about had already been won over by Lin Xian. Then what about the 1st place? You've already described the 2nd and 3rd as beautiful. How beautiful must the 1st place be? Lin Xian asked. Actually, the 1st place isn't prettier than them. To be precise, they're equal. Anyway, in my opinion, they're both beautiful. However, why is she the 1st place? Because she's been the number 1 beauty of our Saint Brilliance Academy for 2 years. After all, Ling Ying and Han Chuxue are new here, so they can't shake her position. Lin Xian suddenly understood. He knew it. How could she be prettier than Ling Ying and Han Chuxue? That's almost impossible. However, since they're both beautiful, then there's something. Do you want to make a bet? Lin Xian laughed. Bet on what? Bet that I can get both Ling Ying and Han Chuxue in 3 days and Ling Ying and Han Chuxue in a week. Do you want to bet? PFFF. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Lu Zhengyi couldn't help but laugh. Young Master Lin, I admit that you're good at picking up girls, but you still don't understand them. Lu Zhengyi indeed felt that Lin Xian was good at picking up girls. This was without a doubt. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to do what he did before. However, he really felt that Ling Ying and the rest were impossible. Then do you want to bet? Lin Xian asked. Sure. What do you want to bet on? Lu Zhengyi felt that he would definitely win. Money. Don't you have a lot of money? Then let's bet on money. If I can get both Ling Ying and Han Chuxue in 3 days, you'll give me 1 million. If I can get both of them in a week, you'll give me another 2 million. Otherwise, I'll give you the same amount. Do you want to bet? Bet, of course I want to bet. Lin Xian's lips curled up. Here comes the money. Although it wasn't much, who wouldn't want more money? Lu Zhengyi didn't know where Lin Xian's confidence came from. Those 2 girls weren't easy to get. From the day they arrived, those guys in the backyard started to pursue them intensely. Unfortunately, it was completely useless, let alone this Lin Xian. But that's that. I still want to learn how to pick up girls from young Master Lin. He didn't think that he could get a girl like Han Chuxue, but if he learned, what if he did? He still felt that he was quite capable. He just lacked the skills to pick up girls. Are you a bootlicker? Lin Xian asked. Lu Zhengyi scratched his head. I don't think so. Then will you give red packets to the girls you're chasing? Of course. Isn't that a very normal thing? Bootlicker. Chapter 645. Lu Zhengyi was dumbfounded. How was giving a girl a red packet a bootlicker? This was a way to cultivate feelings and favorability in the pursuit of a girl. Lin Xian shook his head. Your method is a typical bootlicker. Is it that every time a girl receives a red packet from you, she will be especially happy, and then you will feel especially satisfied, and the red packets will become bigger and bigger? Lu Zhengyi was dumbfounded. How did he know? Then these girls, some of them you caught up with because you were rich, but what if they didn't know your identity? After you confessed to them, they rejected you, and then their attitude towards you became cold? Lu Zhengyi. How do you know? He felt more and more that this Lin Xian was something. Not only do I know this, I also know that if you didn't have power, then you would still be a single dog, and would always be a single dog. Lu Zhengyi. Even though he didn't want to admit it, he had to admit that all of his previous girlfriends were aware of his identity. All of them were after his money. None of the girls who didn't know his identity managed to get him. He knew that Lin Xian was King right. What a godly person. What else? Lu Zhengyi actually had the illusion that he had learned a lot from chatting with Lin Xian for a while. Also, let me think, do you smoke? Lu Zhengyi nodded. Of course, a man's romance. Then do all the girls say that they don't like men who smoke and drink, and that they don't like what kind of man, but later on, they find such a man to be their boyfriend? Lu Zhengyi's eyes lit up. Damn. That's true, I have a cousin who used to say that, but later on, she found a boyfriend who smoked a pack a day, but he was just a scumbag. Later on, her family repeatedly advised her to break up, but she kept protecting her boyfriend. Brother Xian, why is that? Inexplicably, the way he addressed Lin Xian became Brother Xian. Why? That was because he was convinced. Because, from the beginning to the end, you have misunderstood the concept of picking up girls. You can pick them up if you have money, but without money, can't you really pick up a goddess? Lu Zhengyi shook his head, meaning he didn't know. Let's go. Didn't you say that there are girls called Ling Ying and Han Chuxue in the school who are very beautiful? Are they here? Yes, I saw them this morning. They are also in the advanced class. Huh? Didn't they say that no matter how strong a freshman is, they can only be in the beginner class? Why are they in the advanced class? Lin Xian asked. They seem to have a good relationship with Teacher Xiao. Teacher Xiao recommended them, and their own strength is very exaggerated, so they can go. Maybe it won't be long before they can go to the backyard. What's wrong? Lu Zhengyi scratched his head and asked. Lin Xian felt that it didn't matter. Whether it was in the advanced class or the beginner class, he would have to wait until then. Therefore, this was also the reason why Xiao Runing didn't directly recommend Lin Xian to the advanced class. She also knew that Lin Xian didn't care about these things, and there was one more thing. Lin Xian in the beginner class may at most have some friction with some spirit condensation realm, but if he was in the advanced class, wouldn't he have friction with a group of mysterious sky realm every day? The degree of friction would be even greater, so Xiao Runing let Lin Xian cause less trouble. It was good to be in the beginner class. Unfortunately, she underestimated Lin Xian. Being in the beginner class would affect him going to the advanced class to cause trouble? Lin Xian smiled and then said to Lu Zhengyi, Next, I will use practice to tell you that even if they are goddesses, they are not that hard to chase. Lu Zhengyi. You're not going to deal with them, are you? I'm not going to deal with them, I'm going to chase them. Lu Zhengyi. That was absolutely impossible. Those goddesses were really hard to chase. No matter how good your methods were, it was still hard to chase them. Lu Zhengyi admired Lin Xian before, but when he heard what Lin Xian said, he immediately felt that he was being pretentious, and that admiration was directly reduced by more than half. You don't believe me? Lin Xian saw his expression and asked with a smile. Lu Zhengyi was more honest and he shook his head. It's not that I want to say this, but as long as they don't like that kind of girl, there is almost no possibility of chasing them. Let alone chasing them, they won't even want to be friends with the opposite sex. They can't even get their WeChat ID. Even people who are much better than me can't get it, and you still want to chase them? Lin Xian smiled and said, Of course, I won't be able to woo them today. I told you that it would take 3 days, but I'll be able to get their WeChat ID later. I can even get them to ask me for my WeChat ID. Impossible. Okay, so you still want to gamble? Lin Xian's lips curled. Lu Zhengyi said, let's not talk about whether you can catch up with them or not, but if you can get their WeChat ID today, I'll give you 1 million right now. If you can make them take the initiative to ask for your WeChat ID, I'll give you another 1 million. You, Lin Xian, will be my most respected master from now on. Lin Xian patted him on the shoulder and said, you're still too young. In that case, I'll teach you a lesson later. The first lesson is to tell you that you can't be a bootlicker when it comes to chasing girls. Let's go. Those who knew that Lin Xian and Ling Ying knew were people from Tianhua City, and how many students from Tianhua City came to St. Brilliant Academy? Only people with backgrounds like Zhang Tian and Chen Cheng, but they didn't care. Even if they knew, they probably wouldn't care about this matter. There was no need to worry about the rest. Next, it was time for Lin Xian to show off and earn money. Not earning a few million for nothing? Wouldn't he be a fool? Moreover, although Lin Xian knew that Ling Ying and the rest wouldn't have anything, to be honest, Lin Xian was not happy to see them being pursued by a group of powerful and influential young masters. They couldn't tell others that they had boyfriends, because this matter was only known to themselves, their families, and Lin Xian. As for Xiao Runing and the rest, they didn't know. If word got out, it would be troublesome. Lin Xian brought Lu Zhengyi, who thought he was showing off, to the advanced class. This advanced class was more than 10 times bigger than Tianhua Academy's advanced class. The scale of the academy was indeed different. No wonder St. Brilliant Academy was so famous. Of course, Lu Zhengyi didn't believe it. However, Lin Xian's words made a lot of sense. Humans were like that. Even if they didn't believe it, they would still have some hope. If he succeeded, then he would be invincible in the future. Chapter 646. Lin Xian's name became famous in St. Brilliant Academy in a short period of time. Most people knew that there was a person called Lin Xian, who had 3 campus beauties in his arms. However, they didn't know who Lin Xian was. When Lin Xian walked past them, they didn't even know that he was the male lead they were talking about. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Along the way, he had already heard no less than 10 groups of people talking about the incident just now. It was enough to see the campus beauties, and how big of a sensation this incident had caused. This was just the beginning. After a few hours, or even half a day, it would be even more sensational. Of course, Lin Xian definitely had to greet Ling Ying and the others. Although they were smart, how could they cooperate with Lin Xian if they were normal? Along the way, Lin Xian pretended to play with his phone, but he was secretly chatting with Ling Ying. He talked about his plan and asked her to cooperate. In the end, Lin Xian paid the price of feeding them good food whenever he was free, and continued doing this for a week in exchange for their cooperation. Lin Xian thought for a moment. That's not right. Isn't this a win-win situation? He was also doing it for them. He could also be their shield. Why did he have to pay such a price? But it didn't matter. Why should his wife be so conflicted? Ling Ying and Han Chuxue were in class 13 of the advanced class, but they weren't there right now. Lin Xian and Lu Zhengyi's arrival didn't attract too much attention. Where are they? Lin Xian pretended not to know and asked Lu Zhengyi. That's easy. Then Lu Zhengyi randomly pulled over someone from the advanced class and asked, Bro, have you seen Ling Ying and Han Chuxue? Where did they go? Lu Zhengyi was originally a member of the advanced class. Coupled with his superior family background, he wasn't afraid of some people from the advanced class. However, even though his family background was superior, when placed in Lin and City, it was actually only at the middle class level. However, this middle class level should be about the same as the top class level in Tianhua City. After all, Tianhua City was the most border city. Many people would give up on developing there. Therefore, Tianhua City had been going downhill. This was also very normal. After all, not many people would dare to bet their treasures on a border city. They seemed to have gone to the school's karaoke room to sing. Lin Xian. Damn. Saint Brilliant Academy is so advanced? There's karaoke room? Lu Zhengyi explained to Lin Xian, this karaoke room is a type of music class. However, it's very big and there are a lot of them. It's also a place that many girls like to go. Of course, since girls like to go there, it naturally becomes a place that boys like to go to. Originally, Lu Zhengyi was Lin Xian's enemy. However, because he wanted to learn from Lin Xian, he and Lin Xian could be considered as half-friends now. Although he felt that Lin Xian was bragging, Lin Xian's hugging 3 school beauties was indeed a fact. He had to admit that Lin Xian was quite something. Then, the two of them walked over. There were many people, not only the advanced class students, but also a large number of St. Brilliant Academy students who were walking in the same direction. They were probably attracted by them. Lin Xian was very clear about the charm of Ling Ying and Han Chuxue. When they were in Tianhua Academy, their appearance would cause a sensation. However, it was a pity that at that time, it wasn't easy for them to appear in Tianhua Academy. They were mostly training or in the advanced class. The advanced class was in the Sky Martial Court of Tianhua Academy. The Sky Martial Court had very few people, but it was different here. The so-called K-Room was a rather special building. It had a total of 3 floors. On the first floor, there were 2 huge rooms. The decorations were very beautiful, and each room was a K-Room. However, it was very, very big. It should be more than 500 square meters. It was very comfortable to sing in such a place. The awkward thing was that there should be 6 K-Rooms on these 3 floors. The other 5 were empty, and only one was completely full. It was surrounded by people outside, and moving singing could be heard from inside. It was obvious that some people wanted to sing in the other rooms, but unfortunately, because of the presence of this person singing, they were too embarrassed to sing in the other rooms. This was because, if they sang now, no boys would come to watch. They might sing well, but no one would watch. This kind of comparison was very uncomfortable, so the other rooms were empty. Lin Xian was very familiar with this voice. Wasn't this Ling Ying's voice? This girl was now letting herself go. How could he see her like this in the Tianhua Academy? However, this was normal. In the past, she did not have a boyfriend. Now that she had a boyfriend, she wanted to experience life. The fact that she did not have a boyfriend would still have a huge impact on a girl. Han Chuxue was the same. In the past, why would she attend such a place? But now, when she had nothing to do, she would go shopping and watch movies with Ling Ying. In the past, the demonic beast domain was her entertainment. It had changed quite a bit, but this change was good. Ling Ying is singing. Lu Zhengyi's face was full of enjoyment. It was as if being able to hear this goddess singing was already a kind of happiness. However, this scene was really a little exaggerated. It felt like a celebrity's extravagance. Moreover, there was an endless stream of people rushing over. Lu Zhengyi did not want anything to happen to Lin Xian. After all, he felt that following Lin Xian to learn some ways to pick up girls would be more useful than anyone else. The main thing was that to him now, Lin Xian was still valuable. Therefore he looked at Lin Xian and reminded him, "I have to remind you, young Master Lin." Because he felt that he was being pretentious and boastful, he changed the way he addressed him from Brother Xian to young Master Lin. What? This Ling Ying and Han Chuxue have 2 biggest suitors. Because of these 2, although they have many admirers, no one dares to openly pursue them. Oh. Are they very powerful? Lin Xian raised his eyebrows and asked with a smile. Of course, my Lu family is just an ant compared to them. Their power is the biggest existence in Lin and City. The 2 of them are ranked 3rd and 4th in the Qianwu tournament in Lin and City. They are also strong people in the backyard. One of them is from the Liao family. You should have heard of Liao Jian, right? He is a famous person in Lin and City. He is Liao Jian's younger brother, Liao Jibang. He is ranked 4th in the Qianwu tournament. The other one is even more exaggerated. He is ranked 3rd, and his identity is even more powerful. He is the grandson of the Lin and City magistrate. That's something. However, before this, did they not pursue the number one beauty of your Saint Brilliance Academy? Lin Xian asked curiously. No, because this number one beauty was pursued by an even more powerful person, so they did not pursue her. That person is ranked second in the Qianwu tournament. His identity is even more powerful. He is the son of the Azura Palace's White Tiger Hall Master. Chapter 647. The son of the Azura Palace's White Tiger Hall? Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. He seemed to be quite interested. The son of the Azura Palace's Hall Master was not necessarily more powerful than the son of the Enforcement Union's president, but that was the case in Lin and City. The president of the Enforcement Union was only the president of the Enforcement Union in Lin and City. Similar to the president of Tianhua City's Enforcement Union, Zhang Nan, he had a certain amount of power. However, that was only in Tianhua City. Moreover, it belonged to the mainland, similar to a national organization. After all, the three major powers should be considered national organizations. Why couldn't they be compared to the Azura Palace? Because here, the Azura Palace was powerful. Moreover, the Azura Palace belonged to individuals. If you belonged to a national organization, you couldn't do too much because there were too many people watching you. However, if you belonged to the Azura Palace, then it didn't matter. As long as you didn't break the law, you could do whatever you wanted. One of the Hall Masters of the Azura Palace should be one of the top powers in Lin and City. What about the number one? Lin Xian asked. The number one is the number one beauty of our Saint Brilliant Academy. Aside from her beauty, her strength is also very heaven-defying. Lin Xian. What was going on? Could it be that the Aqua Blue planet had more females than males? Why were all the girls the strongest? It was the same in Tianhua City and Saint Brilliant Academy. However, Lin Xian was still quite curious. That's why you have to be careful. They are Ling Ying and Han Chushue's number one pursuers. Needless to say, Ling Ying's pursuer, Liao Zhibang, and Han Chushue's pursuer, Wang Haiyang, must be among them. Even if you want to do something, you have to be careful for your own safety. Lu Zhangyi didn't want anything to happen to Lin Xian right now. Lin Xian nodded. Don't worry, it's just for fun. Hey, young Master Lin, you can't change the topic. Remember our bet. You have to get Ling Ying and Han Chushue's contact information. Otherwise, you have to pay me. Lin Xian smiled. Don't worry. Since you don't believe me, you will have to pay a price. Don't worry, take your time. Later, I will use practice to convince you to put 2 million in my hands. After saying that, Lin Xian leaned over. Excuse me. There were a lot of people surrounding them, and they couldn't squeeze in. However, this Lu Zhangyi still had some ability. There were quite a lot of people in the advanced class, but there were still very few people who had power like him. Because of his actions, there were really people who made way for them, and the two of them squeezed into the room. On the contrary, there weren't many people in the room. There were only about 100 people in the room. It wasn't crowded with more than 100 people in a space of 500 to 600 square meters. The others were a bit further away, but there were two boys who were very close to Ling Ying and Han Chushue. They were probably the two people that Lu Zhangyi mentioned. At this moment, Ling Ying was singing in a low voice. She was here to entertain herself with Han Chushue, so she didn't care about other people. She didn't care if they looked at her. Han Chushue didn't sing, so she accompanied Ling Ying here, which was already a big change. As for the eyes of the surrounding boys, damn, it was simply an explosion of lust. The most important thing was that these two girls were really beautiful here. After Lin Xian went in, he didn't move. He just stood behind and looked at them. They also saw Lin Xian, but they had already reached a cooperation with Lin Xian. Now, the three of them pretended not to know each other, and didn't even make eye contact. Hey, young Master Lin, why aren't you moving? Lu Zhangyi poked Lin Xian with his elbow and said. He really wanted to see what method this Lin Xian was going to use. In his heart, he really wanted to see him succeed. If he succeeded, then as long as he learned it, he would be awesome. Unfortunately, he still felt that it was impossible. After Ling Ying finished a song, there was applause and cheering around her. She really looked like a celebrity. Liao Zhibang walked over with a smile. Ling Ying, are you sure you're not a singer? It's really good. Thanks. Ling Ying said symbolically. Look, this is a typical bootlicker. You were like this before, right? Do you think he can get Ling Ying like this? Lu Zhengyi shook his head, he didn't know. Give me a cigarette. Lin Xian said lightly. Huh? Lu Zhengyi was completely confused. What does he want a cigarette for? Then he handed Lin Xian a cigarette. Fire. Then he handed Lin Xian a lighter. Hey, don't smoke here. Ling Ying and Han Chushue are here. Lu Zhengyi said nervously. Lin Xian then said, Now, let me teach you your first lesson. You can't just suck up to a dog. The #1 technique when it comes to picking up a girl is to scare her away. To be precise, you have to make all the girls fall in love with you. You have to stir up her emotions, be it happiness, excitement, sadness, or anger. As long as you can stir up her emotions, then you can proceed. Otherwise, no matter how good you are at sucking up to her, it won't be of any use. Of course, stirring up a girl's negative emotions is a relatively advanced technique. But when dealing with a girl of this level, ordinary techniques are indeed useless. Blow, continue to blow. Pa! The sound of a lighter could be heard, and Lin Xian stood at the back and started smoking. In this room, Lin Xian openly smoked a cigarette, attracting the attention of many people and causing many people to whisper to each other. Ling Ying, sing another song. We all want to hear it. Liao Zhibang continued to cater to Ling Ying. Hey, Ling Ying has finished singing. It should be Chushue's turn, right? Chushue, you sing. Wang Haiyang walked over and said to Han Chushue with a smile. Han Chushue shook her head slightly. Let someone else sing. Ling Ying then said. After saying that, she frowned slightly because there was a smell of smoke in the room. Then she looked at Lin Xian. This bastard, why is he getting worse and worse? He's even learning to smoke. For those who had already won the hearts of girls, of course they didn't want their boyfriends to smoke. But it didn't matter. Although smoking was harmful to one's health, for martial artists with higher realms, this harm was almost non-existent. But she still had to cooperate with Lin Xian's performance, right? That student, can you please put out your cigarette? Ling Ying looked at Lin Xian with an unhappy expression. Lu Zhengyi wiped the cold sweat on his forehead and subconsciously stood back. Wang Haiyang and Liao Zhibang also looked at Lin Xian. Perhaps this was the time to perform. At this time, Lin Xian looked at Ling Ying and said with a smile, I'm smoking my cigarette and you're singing your song. Is it any of your business? Hua! Everyone was shocked. He actually spoke to Ling Ying like this? Lu Zhengyi was really sweating. Picking up girls like this? How is this possible? How can he pick up girls if he makes them feel disgusted? And he even wants them to take the initiative to ask for his contact number? This is absolutely impossible. This student, smoking is not allowed here. Please leave. Liao Zhibang frowned and stared at Lin Xian. His face was filled with anger, but his heart was happy. He could finally stand up for Ling Ying. Chapter 648. That's right. Perhaps out of 10,000 guys, in the face of the girl they liked and wanted to pursue, 9,999 of them would have the same idea as Liao Zhibang. This idea was indeed correct, and it was indeed a way to show off in front of the girl they liked. But, could he really get a girl of this level just like that? Difficult. Although Lin Xian didn't know much about it, he really didn't use any touching methods to woo girls. He used shameless methods to woo them. No matter who it was, Miao Xiao Miao and the others were all like that. So, at least in Lin Xian's mind, one didn't need to care for a girl when wooing her. Then you could only be a spare tire. It was that phrase again. When a guy gets a girl's heart, it's usually not the guy who can make her smile, but the guy who makes her cry. What did this phrase mean? A bootlicker. In many cases, you can't get a girl. A girl doesn't need to care for her before wooing her. Of course, this wasn't all cases, but under normal circumstances. Ling Ying was also a drama queen. He felt quite good acting with Lin Xian here. "You're really a jerk," Ling Ying muttered. "Good." He used this opportunity to scold Lin Xian. "So good." Lin Xian didn't care at all. He definitely didn't care. The corner of his mouth curled up as he looked at Liao Zhibong walking over. "Let me out. May I ask if there's a rule against smoking in the school?" This was not an ordinary school. Smoking was a normal thing. You could even see many people walking around the school with a cigarette in their hand. You could even smoke in the classroom. Of course, you couldn't do it in front of the teachers. "No." "Then what are you talking about? What does it have to do with you whether I'm here or not, or whether I smoke here? What does it have to do with you whether I smoke in front of a girl? What does it have to do with you whether I make a girl unhappy? This room isn't yours, so what does it have to do with you?" "Oh, I know, it's because you want to show off in front of the girl you like, right?" Ling Ying secretly rubbed his forehead. This Lin Xian was still so shameless. However, she wasn't too worried about Lin Xian now. After all, he was a 5-star Thunder Tribulation Realm cultivator. Moreover, it was too easy for him to fight someone above his level. How many students in Saint Brilliance Academy could be his opponent? I'll just let him do whatever he wants. Anyway, I'm really bored during this period of time. I'll just play around. You. Liao Zhibong gritted his teeth and glared at Lin Xian. Especially in front of so many people, in front of Ling Ying, how could he lose his composure? Who does he think he is? Who was Liao Zhibong? In Lin and City, there were not many people that he needed to be afraid of. Everyone was shocked to hear Lin Xian's words. F***CK. Who was this person? I've never seen it before. How dare he talk to Liao Zhibong like that? Isn't that too valiant? He doesn't put Liao Zhibong in his eyes at all. He doesn't even know how to cater to beautiful girls. Could it be that he likes men? Look at how pretentious he is now. He's still smoking here. Won't he be beaten to a pulp by Liao Zhibong? You're courting death. Do you know who this young master is? Liao Zhibong glared at Lin Xian angrily. F***CK, how many people in Lin and City dared to provoke him? He really didn't know what was good for him. His prestige was in Saint Brilliance Academy. How dare someone provoke him? Naturally, Wang Haiyang was watching with great interest. They were rivals to begin with. Neither of them were weak and neither of them could do anything to the other. It was really interesting to see Liao Zhibong being provoked in front of others. Lu Zhengyi was going crazy. What was he doing? Was he courting death? He didn't know him. Now he was pretending not to know him. Lin Xian smirked. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter whether you know or not. However, I know your brother Liao Jian. I even had a meal with him some time ago. Liao Zhibong frowned. He could have a meal with his brother Liao Jian? How many people in Lin and City had this qualification? How old was he? T. But, looking at his confident expression, Liao Zhibong was actually unsure. What's your name? Go back and ask your brother if he knows someone called Lin Xian. You'll know. Now, you can't afford to provoke me. Let your brother do it. Lin Xian sneered. What? Hearing Lin Xian's words, the crowd couldn't help but exclaim. Lin Xian. He's Lin Xian? F***CK? He's the one who has 2 beauties in Saint Brilliance Academy? He's the one who can even make the beauties get along with each other. That godly Lin Xian? F***CK your mother. Why don't I believe it? Is he handsome? Handsome JBA. He's too arrogant. What did he say? Liao Jian doesn't deserve to provoke him? Who exactly is this Lin Xian? For a moment, the crowd was in an uproar. What? Ling Ying heard the discussion around him and was puzzled. Lin Xian has 2 beauties in his arms? And a beauty in the academy? How infuriating. This Lin Xian is too infuriating. Han Chuxue also felt uncomfortable in her heart, but she believed that Lin Xian would explain. Before everything was clear, it was better not to jump to conclusions. However, the anger on Ling Ying's face because Lin Xian had two beauties in his arms towards Lin Xian was in the eyes of others because Lin Xian smoked and didn't put her in his eyes. Who do you think you are? You think you're qualified to grumble in front of me? Although he felt that this Lin Xian might be something, how could Liao Jian not be angry when he openly said that he wasn't worthy in front of him? Behind the crowd, a figure walked over and revealed a smile. Interesting. The people in the backyard were only in the Thunder Tribulation realm. How powerful could they be? Lin Xian's eye of spiritual insight saw that Liao Zhibang was only a 4-star Thunder Tribulation realm. Although a 4-star Thunder Tribulation realm was very powerful at this age, in Lin Xian's eyes, it was nothing. You're not worthy. Lin Xian shook his head in disappointment. You're courting death. Liao Zhibang roared angrily, and a burst of power erupted from his body. Fixed image. Dark attribute. It was also a powerful attribute. However, if they were in the same realm, Lin Xian would have to put in some effort. However, Lin Xian's realm was 1 star higher than his. This fixed image wasn't something that Lin Xian could break in an instant. Then, he angrily threw a punch at Lin Xian. Everyone sighed inwardly. Being pretentious, one had to pay the price for it. Liao Jian wasn't afraid of anything. Losing an arm or a leg was the lightest punishment. They could already see Lin Xian's miserable state. Shua, however, Lin Xian's figure suddenly disappeared. What? It wasn't just the people around. Liao Jian, Wang Haiyang, and even the man who passed by to watch the show were all shocked. He disappeared. Chapter 649. Their first reaction was that Lin Xian was also of the dark attribute. But on second thought, that was not right. The dark attribute could only disappear and hide in dark places. But this was not the case. In the next moment, Lin Xian appeared behind Liao Zhibang. At the same time, he punched the air. Bang! Lin Xian kicked him in the butt. Then he fell to the ground and fell flat on his face. There was no mocking laughter. They were all extremely shocked. Ling Ying and Han Chuxue shook their heads secretly. It was still the pretentious Lin Xian. Lu Zhengyi's mouth was wide open. Was he really that strong? Space attribute. You actually have the space attribute. Liao Zhibang got up and pointed at Lin Xian in shock. Space was still a very rare attribute. In the entire Tianhua Academy, there was only one Lin Xian. In the entire Sacred Academy, there was no one with a time attribute. It was enough to show how rare space was. It was normal for them to be shocked. There were so many people in the mysterious heaven realm who had never seen a space attribute ancient martial art practitioner. How could he appear in the Sacred Academy? This Lin Xian guy seems to be something. I remember now. Previously, there was a press conference by the Yaxin Corporation. I think someone spoke. It seemed to be him. Impossible. Could he be from the Yaxin Corporation? I'm not sure. But I heard that there was a person called Lin Xian in Tianhua City. He seemed to have made some contributions to Tianhua City. His name is also Lin Xian and he just came to Sacred Academy. Could he be the Lin Xian from Tianhua City? Lin Xian snapped his fingers. Then, Liao Zhibang disappeared in front of Lin Xian. He appeared in the air outside and fell to the ground. How terrifying! Space attribute is so terrifying. The dark attribute is completely at a disadvantage in front of the space attribute. And this is still daytime. Wait. Lin Xian easily controlled Liao Zhibang, and Liao Zhibang didn't even have time to break free from the space. Could it be that Lin Xian's cultivation level is even higher than Liao Zhibang's? The passers-by didn't understand, but the protagonist, Liao Zhibang, understood very well. He was indeed stronger than him. He was being controlled by the power of space, and he had no ability to resist at all. His expression was extremely ugly. Lin Xian, Liao Zhibong, will remember what happened today. I hope you'll be well. Liao Zhibong didn't seem like a stupid person. If he knew that he couldn't win, he would still fight with all his might. Wasn't that just courting death? If it was nighttime, he would have given it a try because nighttime was the dark attribute's heaven. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Of course I can. Lin Xian chuckled. Humph. Liao Zhibong snorted coldly and walked away. He was a smart person. He knew that he had lost a lot of face. However, he would only lose more face if he stayed here. There would be plenty of opportunities for him to get back at Lin Xian. What he needed to do now was to contact his brother and find out who Lin Xian was. The surrounding people were really shocked. Although Liao Zhibong wasn't the most powerful person in the entire St. Brilliance Academy, he was still one of the best. Now, he had actually suffered a loss at the hands of an unknown brat. Moreover, he didn't even dare to retaliate on the spot. This was really unexpected. Lu Zhengyi didn't say anything. Of course, he was shocked, but he felt that Lin Xian wouldn't have a good time in the future. He didn't think that Lin Xian could compete with Liao Zhibong. Let's go. Ling Ying pulled Han Chuxue, and his beautiful little face had a huff and puff look. It seemed that he was angered by Lin Xian, and then he pulled Han Chuxue out of the room. Of course, Lu Zhengyi didn't forget what they were supposed to do, and that was to pick up girls. Ling Ying was already so angry, and her anger was already showing on her face. How could this Lin Xian ask for her contact information? And even let her take the initiative to ask for it? This was already impossible. It seemed that this Lin Xian was just talking, and didn't have any real talent in picking up girls. As for Lu Yufan and the others, they had to admit that he had some skills, but when it came to Ling Ying and the others, he was useless. Young Master Lin, let's not talk about Liao Zhibong for now. Now, about picking up girls, you can pay up now. Lu Zhengyi patted Lin Xian's shoulder and said. He was learning the art of picking up girls from Lin Xian, and he was still making money. No one else could do it. Lin Xian revealed a smile. You think you won? Of course. Didn't you see how angry Ling Ying was? She left because of you, so how could you get her contact information? How about this, if you can still get her contact information, I'll give you 2 million. If you can get her to give you her WeChat, I'll give you 5 million. Lin Xian's lips curled up. Let's go. The practice has just begun. Do you think I'm lying? I'll let you experience the true realm of picking up girls. The first realm is called the compliment picking up technique. The second realm is what I call the negative compliment technique. There are even more profound ones that you won't be able to experience right now. Lin Xian walked over after he finished speaking. TSK, pretentious. Lu Zhengyi's face was full of disdain. He planned to earn Lin Xian's money and ignore him in the future. He didn't want to learn the art of picking up girls from him. He estimated that Lin Xian was only slightly better than him. He probably only knew how to use flowery words to deceive inexperienced girls like Lu Yufan. Many people's eyes were on Lin Xian and Lu Zhengyi. They didn't know what they were going to do, but they chose to follow Ling Ying and Lu Zhengyi. Then, they saw Lin Xian and Lu Zhengyi walking over to the 2 goddess-level school beauties and hitting on them. Weren't they looking for trouble? Hey, beautiful! Lin Xian called out to Ling Ying and Han Chuxue from behind. The 2 girls also stopped in their tracks. Ling Ying turned to look at Lin Xian with a face full of displeasure. What? Weren't you too lazy to talk to me? Sorry, I don't want to talk to you either. Lu Zhengyi laughed disdainfully in his heart. The girls are already like this. It's over. I'm going to make money. Lin Xian scratched his head. Well, I'm really sorry about what happened just now. I'm a stubborn person, regardless of whether it's a man or a woman. No matter who it is, I'm like this. You saw it too. Even if it's Liao Zhibong, I didn't give him any face. But now that I think about it, what I did just now was indeed wrong. You're right to scold me. Whether it's smoking in front of girls or in public, it's actually not right behavior. Lu Zhengyi laughed disdainfully in his heart. Apologize? Was an apology useful? Even if it was useful, his favorability level was 0 before. He had angered them and his favorability level had become negative. Even if this apology was useful, it would still return to 0. It was meaningless. When the people around them heard Lin Xian's apology, they couldn't help but laugh like a clown. Chapter 650. The anger on Ling Ying's face did not dissipate. Got it. She turned around and was about to leave. You're angry? Lin Xian scratched his head and asked. No. You're just angry. No. Ling Ying looked impatient. Seeing this, Lu Zhengyi and the others were even more disdainful. She was obviously angry. She couldn't take it back, right? Who told you to be pretentious? If you're not angry, smile. Lin Xian grinned. I'm really not angry. Ling Ying's tone softened. Everyone revealed a surprised expression. Why did her tone soften? Lin Xian took out his phone. Well, I'm sincerely apologizing to you. Really, you're prettier than any girl I've ever seen. Let me add you on WeChat. I'll treat you to a meal when I'm free. Ling Ying and Han Chuxue stopped. No need for WeChat. I'm really not angry. Ling Ying's tone really softened. Okay, if you don't want to add me, then don't. Otherwise, you'll think that I'm cheating you. Lin Xian scratched his head and smiled. Then you guys go and have fun. I won't disturb you. I'm really sorry. Ling Ying nodded and walked forward with Han Chuxue. Lu Zhengyi was relieved. He was really surprised to see Ling Ying's attitude soften. So were the others. But they still couldn't get her contact number. And she even asked for it? Nonsense. At this time, Ling Ying stopped and turned around. Well, actually, I was wrong just now. I shouldn't have said that to you. We're even. Everyone. What the F***CK? Lin Xian scratched his head. No. We're not even. It's because I smoked first. I still feel guilty. Ling Ying nodded slightly. Then, how about this, I'll add you. I did something wrong. When you're free, let's have a meal together. It can be considered my apology, and it can also be considered your apology. Everyone? Sure, but I'll say this first. It's my treat. You guys pick the place. All right. Then, Lin Xian added them on WeChat, and the two women walked away. Everyone, Lu Zhengyi, Wang Haiyang. What the hell is going on? Weren't you very angry? What's with this sudden reversal? I'm dumbfounded. Liao Zhibang and Wang Haiyang are already in such a state, yet they still haven't gotten their contact details. They don't even care about the two of them. How did Lin Xian manage to get their WeChat when he angered them? And it was Ling Ying who said it himself? F***CK. Could this be a trap? This Lin Xian has the school bell on both sides. This is a trap. Although I don't understand, this Lin Xian. Is the F***King Casanova? Everyone revealed an incomparably shocked expression. Crazy. What's wrong with this world? Lu Zhengyi was the same. Not only did he get their WeChat, but it was also Ling Ying who took the initiative to ask. This, Lin Xian waved his phone. Are you convinced? The way Lu Zhengyi looked at Lin Xian was already glowing. I'm convinced. I'm really convinced. Brother Xian, no, master. Please accept me as your disciple. I beg you. Lu Zhengyi really worshipped Lin Xian. He was full of admiration. Lin Xian then rubbed his hands. Yes. Lu Zhengyi quickly took out his phone and scanned Lin Xian's QR code. Ji Bubao, $6 million. Why is there an extra million? The other million is a disciple's filial piety to master. He. Lu Zhengyi scratched his head and said, Sure. Master, I'll treat you to a meal. Let's go, it's already noon. It's time for lunch. Sure. He. Then tell me the principle of this on the way. Then the two walked out of St. Brilliant's Academy, leaving behind a group of dumbfounded students. From now on, the legend of Lin Xian spread throughout Saint Brilliant's Academy. People respectfully called him Casanova Lin Xian. Who knows how many people fought to get his guidance? Master, what's the principle of this? I really don't understand. Lin Xian patted Lu Zhengyi's shoulder and said, "This is what I told you before. To pick up a girl, you have to stimulate her emotions. Happiness, excitement, depression, sadness, anger. This series of emotions will evolve into love in the later part of your attack." Then Lin Xian continued, "I made her angry at the beginning. That did seem like the worst situation to pick up a girl, but at that time, I apologized to her. A man apologizes to her in front of so many people. Of course, she'll be appeased. At the same time, you made her angry, so your position in her heart is different. Then I asked for her WeChat, but she didn't give it to me, right?" Lu Zhengyi nodded. "Of course, I didn't choose to continue. Instead, I used my words to make her feel that I was sincere. I let her feel my sincerity. Plus, her attitude towards me wasn't good before, and she said some dirty words. Of course, she would feel a little embarrassed, and then she would give in. I gave her face, and she gave me face. In short, I suppressed my desire and loosened the reins only to grasp them better. That's the conclusion. Awesome, really awesome." Lu Zhengyi gave a thumbs up. Although he didn't really understand, he just felt that it was awesome. The truth made him feel that it was awesome. However, this is a relatively advanced method of picking up girls. Of course, you can't use it with your current realm. You can only use compliments to pick up girls. Of course, there's a prerequisite. You can't lick her. That's the biggest prerequisite. Then, you have to raise the girl's emotions. Then, you have to turn those emotions into flirtatious feelings. Then, you'll be able to win her heart by attacking her. 3 days, I told you. This wasn't fake. This was really a method to pick up girls. Of course, because Lin Xian and Ling Ying were acting, this method of suppressing one's desire to pick up girls was simplified. To put it simply, you had to let the girl's emotions come out. Only with emotions would she think of you. That was the general idea. But in reality, it wasn't that simple. It wasn't difficult, but there was a big prerequisite. If it wasn't acting, then there had to be a prerequisite to use this method. That was in a social setting. What was a social setting? For example, your friend was having a birthday party. Everyone was invited to the KTV to sing. At the same time, some girls that you didn't know were invited. If you took a fancy to one of them, you could use this method. Because in such an occasion, if you made the girl angry, she would definitely not fall out with you. Because of the occasion, how could a friend's birthday party end on a bad note? She would definitely endure it. At this time, with these methods, you would definitely be able to get her contact information. As for whether you could pick her up or not, that would depend on the follow-up. But this indeed required skills. Chapter 651. Along the way, Lu Zhengyi and Lin Xian had a meal and bragged to Lu Zhengyi for 2 hours. He now admired Lin Xian and called him master willingly. However, Lin Xian didn't know if what he said was true or not. It was probably true, but it was all in theory. However, because it was successful in practice, it was right. Just like some successful entrepreneurs, when they weren't successful, their words were like farts. When they were successful, their speeches and farts were all true. Now, Lin Xian belonged to the latter. Because he did it in front of Lu Zhengyi and made Ling Ying give him his contact information. Then, Lin Xian took in a follower who was dead set on him and admired him to the point of prostrating himself on the ground. This was also a skill to make someone who came looking for trouble become his follower. It was also amazing. At this moment, Liao Zhibang was sitting in Liao Xian's office. This office was like a big room in a 5-star hotel. It was especially luxurious. Liao Xian handed Liao Zhibang a glass of water. "How come you have time to come here?" Liao Xian sat down and drank a mouthful of water. Liao Zhibong held the water and drank a mouthful. Big brother, this time I came here to ask you about someone. Ask about someone? You went to the family to look for those in charge of intelligence. Why are you looking for me? Liao Jian looked at Liao Zhibong in surprise. It's like this. I met someone in St. Brilliant Academy and had a little conflict with him. He said you know him, so I came to ask you. Oh. I know him. Who? His name is Lin Xian. Liao Jian frowned. You said he entered St. Brilliant Academy and had a conflict with you? Liao Zhibong nodded. Big brother, do you know this Lin Xian? When Liao Jian heard the name Lin Xian, he slightly clenched his fist and nodded. Seeing his big brother nod, Liao Zhibong was also surprised. What was his big brother's identity? This Lin Xian actually knew him? Who exactly is he? Liao Zhibong really wanted to know this. He wanted to know if this Lin Xian was someone he could afford to offend. This Lin Xian should be related to the Art Xian group. Liao Jian said. Yashuan group? Liao Zhibong frowned. The Yaxian group had also appeared out of nowhere. Although it was not comparable to the Liao group yet, it would not take long before the Yaxian group would surpass the Liao group in terms of financial resources. What relationship? Liao Jian shook his head. I'm not sure. Maybe he's one of the shareholders. Liao Zhibong clenched his fists. This was going to be difficult. Liao Jian was also uncomfortable. He had been played by this Lin Xian twice. He had lost face. Murong Qing had also completely lost contact with him after she had used him. He felt terrible. He hated Lin Xian, but at this point in time, their Liao group could no longer compete with the Yaxian group, nor could they. This was because the Yaxian group's business was looked forward to by the entire continent, and was supported by everyone. If Lin Xian were to jump out and cause trouble, it would cause a huge impact to his Liao group. However, he also wanted to deal with this Lin Xian. Then big brother, can you help me? This Lin Xian is simply too presumptuous. However, his strength is very strong. At the same time, he has the spatial attribute. I'm not his opponent. It was obvious that the relationship between these two brothers was quite good. Let's put this matter aside for now. I'll think of a way. Before that, you'd better not have a conflict with him. Then big brother, what can you do? Liao Zhibong asked expectantly. Liao Jian revealed a cold smile. Simple. Just get rid of him. After that, Lin Xian went to the Yaxian building. Linya was having lunch in the building's cafeteria. Now, everything was basically on track. Just like before, Linya had also set up a cafeteria on one of the floors of the building. She had specially hired a few good chefs to cook, making it look like a state-owned enterprise. This was also a reflection of her compassion for her employees. After all, when working in such an office building, most companies did not provide meals. When it was time to eat, they had to eat by themselves, order takeout, or go out to eat. Very few companies could build a cafeteria in such a building. However, Linya had done so and won the praise of her employees. Linya had always followed a principle, which was that her employees were her friends. The employees were everything in any company. If you treated them well, they would repay you with more serious work. There were many people in the building who did not know Lin Xian. This was normal. Lin Xian also hoped that this would be the case. Then, Lin Xian inquired about Lin Ya's location and went to the cafeteria. The cafeteria was very clean and tidy. Hundreds of people were eating here one after another, and it was full of laughter. In a corner, Linya sat there alone, eating while looking at her phone. Those who passed by all greeted her respectfully. Linya also nodded slightly. Anyway, the employees were all very respectful to her. Moreover, she ate the employees' meal every day like them. She was really a good boss. Lin Xian did not care. Did he have to eat abalone and shark's fin every day? Linya was probably not used to it. She felt that this kind of ordinary meal was really good. Little fairy. Lin Xian went behind her and called out. Linya was stunned and then quickly turned around. Why are you here? She was very surprised to see Lin Xian. Although she saw him almost every day, she was very happy to see him every time. I'm here to freeload some food. Lin Xian smiled and sat beside her. You haven't eaten? I'll help you call. No need. I've eaten. I just came to see you. I want to eat this meat. Linya then added a piece of meat for Lin Xian and personally fed it to him. This scene was seen by many people, and they all had a shocked expression. There were many young people in the company, both men and women. They had to admit that Linya was the goddess in the hearts of the male employees. However, they were only employees and did not have the courage to get close to her. Moreover, Linya was relatively cold outside. But seeing this scene, they were really shocked. Who is that man? Could he be Boss Lin's boyfriend? Boss Lin's smile is so beautiful. They are so sweet. I'm so envious. So Boss Lin has a boyfriend? To be able to make Boss Lin smile so sweetly, she must love her boyfriend a lot, right? I'm thinking, who is worthy of Boss Lin? And he looks very young. In a moment, this became a hot topic in the company. Little fairy, in the future, you don't have to come to the company every day. Just occasionally take care of things and do your own things. Otherwise, it will be too tiring. Lin Xian said reluctantly. Chapter 652. Linya was tired, but she was content. Moreover, she was doing it for Lin Xian. She was very satisfied to be managing Lin Xian's company. It's okay. Moreover, the company is still in its early stages. We just need to take care of it. Then relax a little later. Otherwise, I'll spank you. Linya blushed slightly. I know. But Qing Qing is with me. It's not tiring at all. Qing Qing was, of course, Murong Qing. She seemed to care a lot about this. She would come to work every day for the first time and manage the company with Linya. Lin Xian then looked around. Many people were looking at them. When they saw Lin Xian looking over, they quickly continued eating and acted as if nothing had happened. How's the company doing now? Linya said, the daily sales are only increasing. We're even worried that the supply of chalcedony liquid is not enough. Lin Xian said, leave the chalcedony liquid to me. He had 50 to 60 million Adonis points. He did not have to worry about the chalcedony liquid for the time being. At this time, Murong Qing swayed her body and walked over with lunch. Oh, isn't this young Master Lin? What brings you here? Murong Qing smiled and sat opposite Lin Xian and Linya. This Ya Xian group was considered a legend. This legend was not just any legend, but the two most powerful people in the company. They were both top-notch and rarely seen goddesses. One was cold and the other was seductive. Really, many people were looking forward to seeing them when they came to work. It was really a blessing. Linya and Murong Qing also became good friends. It had to be said that Linya had a natural affinity. Perhaps part of it was because of Lin Xian. Anyway, all the girls liked her and wanted to be friends with her. Didn't you say that you hate going to work the most? Why? Have you become a white-collar worker who goes to work and leaves work on time? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Sigh, there's nothing I can do about it. After all, I'm also a small shareholder of the Ya Xian Group. This company has just started, and it's like my own child. Shouldn't I take good care of it? When the child grows up, we can let him grow up on his own. Am I right? Murong Qing smiled and asked. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. What you said seems to make sense. Unfortunately, you're still an old B***TCH. Murong Qing was speechless. Xiao Xian, you can't be so rude to girls. Linya began to teach Lin Xian again. Got it. Lin Xian scratched his head. Kakik, when Murong Qing saw that Lin Xian actually admitted defeat, she couldn't help but laugh. This Lin Xian actually knew how to back down. I asked your sister to introduce a boyfriend to me. Murong Qing took a bite and smiled. Lin Xian, F***CK. That wouldn't do. This Murong Qing was his internally chosen one. How could he let her run away? No, no. What was Murong Qing's identity? Wasn't it easy for her to find a man? It was just that her standards were too high. How could she easily date a guy who was introduced to her by others? So, this was a joke. Of course, Lin Xian wasn't stupid. Although many people's boyfriends and girlfriends were introduced to them by their friends, they were all very ordinary people. Murong Qing didn't fit such a setting. Oh, and then Lin Xian pinched a piece of meat in front of Linya and put it into his mouth. Linya rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Here, I'll help you. Murong Qing saw how loving the siblings were and was actually very envious. If she had a younger brother or sister, she would definitely spoil him to the heavens. Guess what? Your sister actually introduced you to me. Pfft. Lin Xian had just taken a sip of water and almost spat it out. Lin Ya's little face was a little red. I say, little fairy, don't always sell me to every girl you meet. Lin Xian said with a helpless smile. You're not young anymore. Lin Ya muttered. Lin Xian was also speechless. From the young ones like Lu Yufan and the others to the old ones like Murong Qing, this Lin Ya didn't even let go of them. Then what do you say? Lin Xian calmed down and asked with a smile. Me? I'm fine with anything. If you don't mind that I'm old, then that's fine too. Murong Qing laughed delicately. How is that possible? You're old? No matter where you go, people will think you're 20 years old. He, continue licking. Lin Xian, 24, 26, 27 years old. Lin Xian felt that girls at this age were the most beautiful and charming. Just look at Lin Ya, Xiao Runing, and Murong Qing. In 2 years, when Han Chuxue and Ling Ying were also 24 years old, they would probably be even more beautiful. Okay. I won't talk to you anymore, okay? You guys eat. I'm leaving. Seeing you annoys me. Boss Lin, remember to pay. Murong Qing shouted. Lin Xian rolled his eyes at her and then left. Then, Murong Qing and Lin Ya chatted there. And Lin Xian? He had nothing to do. He really had nothing to do. Every day, other than cultivating his relationship with this girl, he would be with that girl. He really wanted to go to the demonic beast domain. However, even Lin Xian did not dare to go to the demonic beast domain now. Think about it. Tianhua City had just fallen, and countless high-level demonic beasts had participated in that battle. A large number of them must have not left yet. Tianhua City was their spoils of war, so they definitely had to take care of it. However, this realm was still not bad. He was already at the 5-star Thunder Tribulation Realm. When he reached the 10-star Thunder Tribulation Realm, he could use the last heavenly star fruit to directly advance to the Law Realm. When he advanced from the Law Realm to the Domain Realm, there would be no such effect. However, he was still satisfied. The things in the second mall had a great impact on Lin Xian. They were very, very useful. Other than the obedience spray, Lin Xian had not used it before. No, he had used it before. When he destroyed the Heavenly Void Crystal, he had used it to control many powerhouses and buy them a lot of time. This matter would naturally be passed down through the ages. Even if he could not do it, he would definitely be rewarded by the 3 major forces. Unfortunately, Lin Xian did not like to show his face. He liked to keep a low profile. Wasn't it good to be an ordinary person? How comfortable was it to flirt with girls? However, it was also quite blissful. However, Lin Xian felt that as a man, he was not doing his job properly if he played with girls every day. However, Lin Xian was actually doing something important. He was doing a mission. What was the most important thing now? It was Ling Long Shui, Ling Longyue, and Bing Lingyue. He had to get these 3 girls. There was not much time left for Lin Xian. Lin Xian was confident. He only needed time. However, there was a very, very difficult place now. The 3 of them lived together, and he had to get all 3 of them. Under normal circumstances, it might be easier for him to get the first one, but what about the second one? What about the third one? Therefore, it was a little troublesome. Lin Xian even wondered if he could get more time. He did not have much time left. At this moment, Lin Xian's phone rang. Chapter 653. Lin Xian took out his phone and answered the call. Hello, little Ying Ying. Lin Xian couldn't help but smile. It's been a while since I've been intimate with them. No, I have to do something tonight. After all, I'm a normal man. Treat us to a meal. Ling Ying's voice came. Why? Lin Xian scratched his head. Hey, Chu Xue and I helped you act cool, shouldn't we? On the other side, Ling Ying and Han Chu Xue were sitting in a coffee shop. She pouted. This Lin Xian. But didn't I promise to cook for you guys? I didn't treat you guys to a meal, so why should I treat you guys to a meal? Lin Xian said straightforwardly. Of course it was to act cool, to earn Adonis points. Ding. Feeling Ling Ying's extreme displeasure. Adonis points plus 200,000. What's the situation now? Doing the same thing now, the Adonis points increased by a lot. This is also a good thing. It's probably because Lin Xian opened the second shop. Say that again. Ling Ying said angrily. Even if there's no such reason, as a boyfriend, shouldn't you treat us to a meal? Let's break up, let's break up. Lin Xian couldn't help but smile. Okay. But you guys have to deal with it first. I'll treat you guys to a meal tonight. It's not that long before dinner, and I've already eaten 2 meals at noon. Ling Ying was even more annoyed. 2 meals? Looks like you invited 2 groups of girls, right? Lin Xian. I heard that you have girls in St. Brilliant's Academy. Lin Xian, oh Lin Xian, you're so capable now. Ahem. Lin Xian coughed dryly. I'm just joking. I'm just playing around. You really believed me. Humph, of course I believe you. Okay, I'll go play with Chu Xue first. Remember to call us at night. Then, Ling Ying hung up the phone. Lin Xian shrugged. In the afternoon, he went to visit Ling Long Xue and the others to cultivate their relationship. The sky was getting dark. Originally, Ling Long Xue and the others wanted to invite Lin Xian out for dinner, but Lin Xian rejected them. Rejecting girls appropriately was also a way to pick them up. What do you need to pick up girls? You need to arouse the girl's emotions. If you reject her, she will think, why did this guy reject me? Is it because I'm not good enough? If she thinks this way, her mind will be filled with you. Then, you can use other methods to make her suddenly feel that there's nothing wrong with her and praise her. At that time, you can probably make your move. Of course, this was all in theory. In reality, there were bound to be some discrepancies. They had to act according to the circumstances. Lin Xian arrived at the movie theater. Han Chu Xue and Ling Ying were sitting in the hall with a cup of milk tea each, waiting for him. Many people around them were looking at them. However, there was also a person from St. Brilliant Academy, Wang Haiyang. Wang Haiyang was Han Chu Xue's admirer. There was no conflict between him and Lin Xian. He also came out with his friends and accidentally met Ling Ying and Han Chu Xue. However, he didn't make a move because he didn't even have Han Chu Xue's contact information. How could he appear so openly, treat them to dinner, and watch a movie with them? Of course, it was no problem for ordinary girls. However, if it was them, it was different. Therefore, he followed them secretly with a few friends. Young Master Wang, these 2 girls are really the best. The quality of the girls in St. Brilliant Academy is getting higher and higher. Which one do you like? A man with slicked back hair looked at them from afar and then asked. Wang Haiyang said, it doesn't matter which one. They are both beautiful. It's worth it to get any one of them. However, I prefer the colder one. Here, the one on the right. Really the best. Then I'll go after the one on the left. Wang Haiyang sneered. You. Liao Zhibong still hasn't gotten her contact information. How can you compare to Liao Zhibong? It was a little awkward. However, at this moment, Lin Xian's figure suddenly flashed in Wang Haiyang's mind. Later, he asked Lu Zhengyi and found out that this was Lin Xian's way of picking up girls. He really used this method to pick up girls. If it wasn't an accident, then he really admired him. His ability to pick up girls was really good. But now, he found that Lin Xian was really awesome. At this moment, he suddenly saw the two girls smiling and even greeting each other. His first reaction was that the person they were waiting for had arrived. It should be a girl. When he looked over, he was stunned. Lin Xian? Isn't that Lin Xian? Then he saw that Lin Xian was chatting with the two girls. It was an accident, but not too much. Why? Because they did make an appointment in public that Lin Xian would treat them to a meal as an apology. But this was a movie theater. They were watching a movie? It had already developed to this extent? It had only been an afternoon. What kind of saint was he? Oh, there's actually a guy who seems to have a good relationship with them? What's the situation, Master Wang? You don't have to worry about it. As long as he's not a threat to me. Anyway, Wang Haiyang's main target was Han Chuxue. As long as this Lin Xian didn't have any feelings for Han Chuxue, it was fine. If he did, then he would take action. Do you see the 10 o'clock direction? That seems to be Chushue's admirer. Lin Xian had already noticed the few people the moment he came in. It was very simple to find them. In the hall, the boys' eyes and attention were on Han Chuxue and the girls, but most of the girls' attention was on them. Then, Lin Xian noticed them. I saw them. They followed us in. Han Chuxue said faintly. With Ling Ying and Han Chushue's ability, how could they not notice that they were being followed? That's a pity. I originally wanted to hug each of you with one arm, but now I can't. I have to pretend. TSK, you can't do that in the first place. Ling Ying rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. He seemed to be thinking about something. Lin Xian smiled. Don't be so heartless. At least the three of us have shared a bed together. Say that again. Ling Ying gritted her teeth. Cough cough. Lin Xian coughed dryly. Then what do we do now? Are you hungry? If not, let's watch a movie first. Recently, a movie called Be a Dream Guy From Now On has been released. Chuxue and I are both loyal readers of this novel. Let's see if it's good. Chuxue and I just finished eating not long ago and also had some snacks. Okay, then I'll accompany the two of you to watch the movie. Han Chushue's face turned slightly red. Shameless. Ling Ying rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Then, the three of them went to buy tickets. Normally, Lin Xian would be in the middle. Then, the two girls would hug each of them. Since Wang Haiyang was here, then they had to act. Chapter 654. Lin Xian carried milk tea and followed the two girls into the studio of Be a Dream Guy From Now On. There were many people inside and almost all the seats were full. It was evident that the popularity of the show was quite high. Lin Xian's seat was in the middle. Originally, he was sitting between Ling Ying and Han Chuxue, hugging one in each arm. However, he still had to act. Hence, Lin Xian sat on the right side of Ling Ying. On the left side of Ling Ying was Han Chuxue. He could only take advantage of Ling Ying. The two girls were gradually getting used to this kind of situation. They were both Lin Xian's girlfriends and they knew each other. However, what could they do? As long as they weren't too presumptuous, it would be fine. Wang Haiyang and the others were sitting behind Lin Xian. Compared to the movie, how did Lin Xian ask the two girls out, how was their relationship, and whether there would be any intimate actions? This was more important. When he saw that Lin Xian was sitting beside Ling Ying and not between the two of them, he inexplicably heaved a sigh of relief. Perhaps it was because he knew that Lin Xian had a few campus belles in St. Brilliant's Academy, and they were Yi and the rest. That meant that they were Lin Xian's girlfriends and they got along well with each other. Someone asked them this question in the afternoon and they all admitted it. At this moment, Lin Xian completely exploded in St. Brilliant's Academy. He was simply a god. Wang Haiyang naturally knew about this matter. Fortunately, he was pursuing Ling Ying. However, when he saw that Lin Xian asked the two girls out and that Lin Xian had 3 campus bells in his arms during the day, he was inexplicably worried. Would Lin Xian have these 2 girls in his arms? Fortunately, when he saw that Lin Xian wasn't in the middle, he heaved a sigh of relief. That's all. Wang Haiyang sneered, but he actually admired Lin Xian. He just didn't want to admit that Lin Xian was really good at picking up girls. Hey, according to your temperament, shouldn't you be more impudent in front of this person? Lin Xian smiled and said to Ling Ying, then we have to act like it. How can I make you angry in the morning and get you at night? That's too fake. This proves that you're amazing at picking up girls, isn't it? Then wouldn't people say that you're very casual? Ling Ying rolled his eyes at Lin Xian. At least you know how to talk. Her heart was very happy. It turned out that Lin Xian was thinking for her. Han Chuxue still had that cold look on her face. She didn't participate in their conversation too much. Even if she had become Lin Xian's girlfriend, she still cared a lot. When Lin Xian and Ling Ying were talking, although she seemed to be watching the movie, she was actually listening carefully. Little Chuxue, I want a kiss. Lin Xian then bypassed Ling Ying and said to Han Chuxue sweetly. Schwa, Han Chuxue's beautiful little face was suddenly dyed with a layer of red. She ignored Lin Xian. Bastard. Ling Ying gritted his teeth and then pinched Lin Xian's arm. Hiss. To be honest, this girl's pinching technique was simply unbearable. Watch the movie. Ling Ying glared at Lin Xian. Okay, let's watch the movie. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. I want to eat popcorn. Then Lin Xian said to Ling Ying. Here. Ling Ying handed the popcorn to Lin Xian. Feed me. Ling Ying. How shameless. Then she grabbed a few popcorn and fed it to Lin Xian. Although they couldn't act too intimate, Lin Xian didn't want the people behind them to feel good. They couldn't be too intimate to the extent that they were boyfriend and girlfriend, but a little intimate would make the people behind them unhappy. Wang Haiyang suddenly saw this scene and his whole hand subconsciously clenched into a fist. Even though Ling Ying wasn't the one he was pursuing, how did Lin Xian manage to make Ling Ying, whom he had just met in the morning, feed him popcorn when he had angered her? Sour. This way, from the looks of it, he had a very high chance of wooing Ling Ying. So awesome. To be honest, other than feeling extremely unhappy and sour, he really admired him. Anyway, he wasn't the one pursuing Ling Ying, he was pursuing Han Chuxue. Looking at this, although he didn't want to admit it, the scene in front of him had already convinced him. If he made a move on Han Chuxue, would Han Chuxue also fall for it? One must know that in terms of appearance, temperament, and excellence, Han Chuxue and Ling Ying weren't any worse than the #1 beauty of St. Brilliant's Academy. To be precise, the 3 of them were the most beautiful, and it was impossible to rank them. However, Han Chuxue and the #1 beauty had the same personality. If Lin Xian could really do it, then it proved that Lin Xian had the means to pursue the #1 beauty. No. He had to do something before that happened. That's right. Apprentice and learn. Although he was extremely unhappy, he had to admit that his methods of chasing girls were amazing. As long as he could learn, then he would definitely be able to pursue one. For a beauty, for more strength and energy in bed in the future, he was willing to put down his face. What was the big deal about putting down his face? That Liao Zhibang was beaten up, and he was considered okay. And, just like that, the movie was finished in less than 2 hours. Needless to say, it was very good, and there were many good reviews. Then they all left the theater. You said that the male lead returned to his planet, but what about his girlfriend on his previous planet? Ling Ying also asked curiously. Because of the finale, the male lead returned to his original planet, but it didn't say where his girlfriend would go on this planet, leaving a sad atmosphere and room for imagination. Sometimes, imperfection is perfection. This was the common trait of those television dramas and movies. This is to give us room for imagination. There are countless possibilities. Let's see how we think. As a man, if it were you, under such circumstances, there's someone you love on another planet, and there's also someone you love on this planet. You've been working hard to return to your original planet. If you could go back, would you make the same choice? What a joke. We all love each other deeply. Even if I go back, I'll take the person I love on this planet with me. Lin Xian said. But what if it's like in the movie, and you can't take her away? Lin Xian, how can there be such a hypothesis? Okay, let's not talk about this. Lin Xian suddenly realized that the setting of this movie was similar to his. He even panicked for a moment. He had always wanted to work hard to go back, but he had never thought about what would happen if he could go back, but Ling Ying and the others couldn't. He didn't want to think about this problem, so he chose to avoid it. Chapter 655. Ling Ying pouted. Chuxue, look, all men are like this, tisk. Han Chuxue nodded. Lin Xian, hey, you two can't team up to deal with me. You two have to protect me, love me, and protect me, Lin Xian said, feeling wronged. Aren't you saying it the other way around? Ling Ying rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Hee, let's go, what do you want to eat? Lin Xian knew that Wang Haiyang and the others were still following them, so he didn't hug Ling Ying and Han Chuxue. However, they probably wouldn't let Lin Xian hug them alone. This was inevitable, but if they were in a place with no one around, they would probably give up half-heartedly. So, when the relationship between best friends reaches a certain level, for example, the two of them, it was really a good thing. Why would other people's best friends tear each other apart? Their relationship wasn't good. On the surface it looked so good, but in reality, it was just like that. Moreover, most of them didn't know each other for long. The frequency of girls changing their best friends was unimaginable. It was really different from guys. Of course, it wasn't absolute. However, Han Chuxue and Ling Ying were different. They weren't just best friends. They played together since they were young and didn't have many friends. It was just the two of them who understood each other, and thought for each other. Sharing a man, this was a true best friend. You're treating, Ling Ying said. Of course, eat as much as you want. Then, her beautiful eyes flashed with a sly light. You said it. Of course. Then, Ling Ying looked around and asked Han Chuxue, is that okay? Han Chuxue looked around and nodded, anything is fine. Then, Ling Ying pointed in a direction and said to Lin Xian, there, that hotel. Lin Xian looked over. 5-star hotel. Then we might as well go to Rose Heaven, Lin Xian said. Why? They looked at Lin Xian curiously. Rose Paradise is also a 5-star hotel. How bad can their cooking skills be? All right. Lin Xian smirked. Rose Heaven was a famous hotel for couples. The atmosphere at Rose Heaven was different from other 5-star hotels. The music, decorations, and ambience were all suitable for couples. This was also a way to stimulate a girl's hormones. Who knows, maybe they wouldn't have to leave Rose Heaven that night. Then, the two women didn't know about Lin Xian's bad idea. They simply took a taxi and went to Rose Heaven with Lin Xian. Wang Haiyang, who was behind him, naturally brought a few people with him. He wanted to see what these people could do tonight. When he saw the car stop in front of Rose Heaven, he was stunned. Rose Paradise? Couple hotel? They? It couldn't be, right? F***CK. Young Master Wang, what's up with these three people? They've entered Rose Heaven. Rose Heaven is a couple hotel. Even ordinary people know this. Ling Ying and the others must know this too. They couldn't have been tricked by that kid. Could it be? Could it be? Shut up. Wang Haiyang's expression was ugly. That's right. Everyone knew that Rose Heaven was a couple hotel. Why would they follow them in? No, he had to know what was going on. Let's go in and see what's going on. Then, he brought the three people in. Is there a total of 3 people? A beautiful waitress smiled and walked towards Lin Xian and the others. She was stunned by Han Chushue and Ling Ying. She didn't know how many couples came to eat at Rose Heaven every day. She had seen too many girls, but girls of this level were really rare. Couples were common, and she had seen many couples. Then, the girl brought her best friend. This was quite common, so she wasn't surprised by the three of them. Yes. Do you want a private room? Lin Xian thought for a moment and smiled. No need for a private room. The hall is fine. Over there. Okay, please take a seat. Han Chushue asked curiously, why don't you want a private room? To be honest, they still didn't like to eat in such a crowded hall because the gazes of those men would indeed affect them. Moreover, they hated being hit on. They didn't know how many times they were hit on every day. They were used to it, but it was annoying to experience it too much. It's annoying. Lin Xian smiled. Okay. Han Chushue also understood the meaning of Lin Xian's words. She looked at the door from the corner of her eyes. Those people had indeed come in, but they were already seated. May I ask? You four? The beautiful waitress who had just served Lin Xian and the others was slightly surprised when she saw the four men come in. It wasn't that she hadn't seen such a scene before. Most of them were girls, but they were best friends. Who knew if they were? Anyway, there were guests. If they weren't a couple, why couldn't they eat? She had never seen a couple of men, especially two couples. The hall, over there. Hurry up. Wang Haiyang pointed in a direction and said. From this position, they could see Lin Xian's situation, but it was difficult to see them from that direction. What I mean is, are the four of you a couple? Rose Heaven's couple dining is free of charge. Wang Haiyang, no. We're just here to eat. Understand? F***CK. He was already in a bad mood, and now he was being treated as gay. Understood, understood. Please take a seat. The beautiful waitress wiped her forehead. She shouldn't have asked. Even if they were, they definitely wouldn't admit it. She was so stupid. If she knew, she wouldn't have asked. At this time, another beautiful waitress came. Can you three order now? Lin Xian nodded and said, just bring the most expensive food here. Remember, it's not the most popular, it's the most expensive. Not only the beautiful waitress, but also Ling Ying and Han Chushue were stunned. What was he up to this time? Sir, the most expensive food here is the world's top ingredients. For example, caviar, a spoonful is 30,000 yuan. Then half a catty first. The beautiful waitress. Just kidding. How can I eat that? Just 2 taels will be enough. 2 taels. That's hundreds of thousands. And the rest? Just bring it. Do you think I'm going to go back on my word? Yes. Right, 2 bottles of red wine, the most expensive kind. Please wait a moment. Then the beautiful waitress hurried away. I say, Big Boss Lin, you're rich. Even if you're rich, you don't have to be so generous. Ling Ying rolled his eyes at Lin Xian. Yeah, it's a waste of money. Han Chushue also said faintly. Lin Xian smiled and said, don't worry, someone will pay for it. Chapter 656. Ling Ying and Han Chushue's faces were filled with suspicion. Someone would pay? Who would come and pay for nothing? They were very smart, but it was hard for them to think of this. Could it be? They silently glanced at Wang Haiyang in the back seat. Was it him? But he was obviously following them. Why would he come and pay? It felt impossible. How can you be so sure? Ling Ying asked. Lin Xian smiled. Guess. Bastard, that's what I hate the most. Ling Ying angrily glared at Lin Xian. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. Do you want to bet? Ling Ying and Han Chushue looked at each other. The two girls felt that Lin Xian's words were a bit ridiculous. He obviously came to follow them, and then he said they came to meet him? Okay, that was possible. But why would he pay for you? This was Lin Xian's understanding of men as a man. Girls like them definitely wouldn't understand. His methods of picking up girls had definitely convinced this Wang Haiyang. Now he must be thinking of learning from him, but how could he learn from him? A bootlicker. A bootlicker. Moreover, he could, coincidentally, meet Ling Ying and Han Chuxue. According to a man's idea, if Lin Xian was him, he would come. At worst, he would lose the bet. After all, they were on the same side. Let's bet. Ling Ying wouldn't admit defeat to Lin Xian. Lin Xian then looked at Han Chuxue. Han Chuxue nodded. Okay. Let's bet then. What are we betting on? Ling Ying asked. Lin Xian smiled and said, Tell me, what will you do if I lose? Ling Ying and Han Chuxue tilted their heads and pondered. Now that this guy needs to cook for us, what do we need him for? Ling Ying asked Han Chuxue. How about, if he loses, he can't play with other girls for a week? Han Chuxue asked softly. Lin Xian. Hey, little Chuxue, you've changed. You've become bad. Lin Xian said to Han Chuxue, feeling wronged. Han Chushue's small face blushed, and she slightly tidied up the loose hair on her forehead. Ling Ying's beautiful eyes lit up. All right, that's it. Then she looked at Lin Xian and said, You lost. You can only play with us for a week. You can't play with the other girls or take them to the movies or anything. Is it feasible? Of course, they knew that Lin Xian always took other girls out to play. Although there was no evidence, they knew in their hearts that maybe this Lin Xian had other girlfriends other than them. However, they pretended not to know. It was best not to let them know. Although they might have guessed it, as long as they didn't meet them, they would turn a blind eye. Lin Xian gritted his teeth, looking like he was in a dilemma. He wasn't stupid, and he knew that these two girls weren't stupid either. Lin Xian definitely knew that they knew what he was like outside, whether he had other female friends that he was on good terms with, or even if they were his girlfriends. But this was what made Lin Xian love them more. They were very tolerant. Seeing Lin Xian's dilemma, Ling Ying and Han Chuxue knew that he wasn't as confident as he appeared to be, so they were sure to win. Okay. Then let's bet. Lin Xian gritted his teeth and nodded, looking at them and saying. The two girls' beautiful eyes lit up, and they revealed a trace of a smile. He jumped into the hole he dug himself, right? What about you guys? If I win, what price are you willing to pay? Lin Xian asked. Tell us. Lin Xian thought for a moment, acting like he had never thought about it before. In fact, he thought about it every day. Otherwise, why would he bring them to Rose Heaven for dinner? How about this, if you lose, then we won't go home tonight. The two girls. Bastard. They subconsciously thought of something. This bastard was actually thinking about this kind of thing? Hey, what are you thinking about? I mean, let's just get a room in Rose Heaven and play poker, okay? I haven't played poker in a long time, and I'll play all night. Since I lost, I'll have to spend a lot of money for tonight's dinner, so I want to win it back from you guys. Is there a problem? The two girls looked at each other, then thought for a moment. They felt that this Lin Xian had that kind of bad idea, but he seemed to be quite sincere. Moreover, so what if they were in the same room? Would they be bullied by him? Moreover, Lin Xian had made it very clear that he would play poker for an entire night. Humph. Then there was no need to worry. She would play with him and let him feel despair. She would lose her hard-earned money again and let him hook up with other young ladies outside every day. Okay. Then let's do it. Lin Xian's lips curled. Although that was what he said, once the three of them entered the room and went to bed to play poker, then could they really play for the whole night? By then, wouldn't he be able to do whatever he wanted? At this time, the dishes were all served. Not to mention other things, just by looking at the dishes, one could tell that it was the taste of money. The three of you, this is 1982 Farah, a bottle of 140,000 yuan. The beautiful waitress said the price first. What if they couldn't afford it? However, although the boys' clothes were relatively ordinary, and the total cost was only 1,000 yuan, the two girls were really beautiful and elegant. They should be able to afford it, right? Well, the most expensive one? Lin Xian asked. And the one that costs 320,000 yuan a bottle. Then give me the one that costs 320,000 yuan a bottle. Take this bottle away and exchange it. Ah. Okay. Ling Ying rolled his eyes at Lin Xian. That's right, for Big Boss Lin who earns 1 billion yuan a day, a table of dishes that cost a few million yuan is nothing, right? Ling Ying said. Of course, the main thing is that someone is paying. TCH, you mean you're sure to win? Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders, more accurately, go by poker. Han Chushua laughed. Oh, you're still laughing. I'll remember it. You used to be very good to me, but now you've become bad. Lin Xian glared at Han Chushue. Han Chushue silently lowered her small head and ate the delicious food. This is the taste of money, it's just so. Lin Xian ate a spoonful of caviar and felt the bursting feeling in his mouth. This spoonful was worth tens of thousands yuan. Things are precious when they're rare. The taste may not be good, but it's rare and high-end. The rest is just so. Han Chushue and Ling Ying cut the foie gras together. And this foie gras, how expensive do you think a goose is? A few hundred yuan? Why does a piece of foie gras cost a few thousand yuan? Lin Xian shook his head and swallowed it directly. The two girls, this taste is okay. Lin Xian nodded. Geese may not be expensive, but the geese that make foie gras are specially bred. The cost seems to be quite high, not the geese raised on ordinary farms. Han Chushue said to Lin Xian. Chapter 657. Lin Xian didn't understand. Everyone in the upper class ate the same dishes. Anyway, he didn't know how much money he was cheated. However, Lin Xian still liked home-cooked food, but it didn't matter if he occasionally ate high-end food. Anyway, someone would pay for him today. If there wasn't, then he could just eat whatever he wanted. Soon, the 320,000 bottle of red wine was served. The lobby manager personally ran over. When he saw Lin Xian, he wiped his sweat. This wasn't good. Wasn't this person his boss's friend? They seemed to have a good relationship. Then, should he take the money? He definitely had to take the money. After all, this meal was too expensive. But what if his boss found out about it? What if his boss didn't want to take the money? Therefore, he was in a dilemma. However, he still had to do his job well and take the money first. Young Master Lin, is the food delicious? The lobby manager asked with a smile. The taste of money is of course delicious. Ling Ying rolled his eyes at Lin Xian helplessly. He actually couldn't refute what Lin Xian said. It seemed to be quite reasonable. Anyway, expensive food was good. Then, enjoy your meal. About an hour later, they were almost done eating. The main event was tonight's poker game in the room. That Wang Haiyang wasn't in the mood to eat this meal. He had all kinds of thoughts in his mind. Basically, a meal in a 5-star hotel wouldn't cost much. Unless you ordered something very expensive. However, even if it was tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, it wouldn't matter. With his capital, it was too easy. He thought for a while and decided to strike. He glanced at the other side and saw that they were almost done eating. If he went out at this time, firstly, he could strike up a conversation with Han Chushue. Secondly, he could be the one to pay. He was also willing. There were two benefits. First, he could save Lin Xian a sum of money. This way, wouldn't they become friends? Moreover, he might not need to spend too much money. Then, he could learn from this Lin Xian. Secondly, he could show them that he was generous and rich in front of them. Showing off himself, killing two birds with one stone, he definitely had to do it. All right, there's one more thing. Ling Ying suddenly said. What? That's our bet. That Wang Haiyang must take the initiative to pay for you. You can't use words to bewitch him. Otherwise, you'll be considered shameless. Ling Ying also suddenly thought of this. This Lin Xian was quite eloquent. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to deceive so many girls. She and Han Chushue were both fooled. Wow. You're too ruthless, Lin Xian said, feeling wronged. Humph. In any case, you can't go back on your word. Alright, alright, alright. I promise you, alright? This time, Ling Ying felt that victory was in his hands. Humph, you want to flirt with other big sisters? He was thinking too much. Cough, cough. Lin Xian and the others were chatting when Wang Haiyang walked over and coughed dryly. Their gazes shifted over to him. F***ck, Ling Ying grumbled in his heart. This guy really came? But if they came, so be it. Why should he pay for them? Anyway, Lin Xian couldn't take the initiative to say anything. I didn't expect to meet you here. What a coincidence. Wang Haiyang said with a smile. Yeah, it's quite a coincidence. Lin Xian said. How could it not be a coincidence? You followed me all the way. It must be a coincidence. What a pity. If only I saw you earlier. We could have had a meal together. Wang Haiyang said with a little frustration. After that, he casually sat on the seat next to Han Chushue. Isn't this a couple's hotel? Master Wang, did you come with your girlfriend? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Wang Haiyang said with a smile, of course not. I don't have a girlfriend. Chushue, you should know very well, right? He asked Han Chushue. Han Chushue nodded politely. After all, he was pursuing Han Chushue. Naturally, he didn't have a girlfriend. Then Wang Haiyang said, I came with a few friends. They are all male friends. Oh, over there. Who said that couples can't eat in a couple's hotel? I heard that some of the dishes here are very famous, so I brought my friends here to eat. The taste is really good. The 2 bottles of red wine Lin Xian ordered were placed at their feet. Anyway, Wang Haiyang couldn't see it. Lin Xian ate most of the food, so he couldn't tell what he was eating. Anyway, it was fine as long as he didn't see the wine. He definitely knew how much the wine was. When he saw the wine, he would know how much it cost. Then, he wouldn't be willing to pay if it was too expensive. That's really a pity. We've also finished eating. Now, we're ready to leave. Lin Xian said. Wang Haiyang smiled and said, just in time. I've also just finished eating. How about this? I'll pay with your table. Ling Ying, Han Chushue. To be honest, the 2 girls were dumbfounded. They even thought that Lin Xian had colluded with Wang Haiyang. Was this person an idiot? Why did he want to pay for others? Isn't that too embarrassing? Lin Xian looked a little hesitant. What's wrong with that? It's only right to pay for beautiful girls. Also, Junior Lin Xian, you've just entered Saint Brilliant Academy. As your senior, I have to do my duty as a senior, right? Let's just say it like this. I'll pay. Lin Xian, if you fight with me, then you're not giving me face. Okay. Then I'll give you face. Sorry to trouble you. No problem. Then, Wang Haiyang snapped his fingers. Waiter, the bill. The lobby manager hurried over. Wang Haiyang said, calculate the bill for that table and this table together. Okay, please wait a moment. Soon, the lobby manager came over with a calculator. Hello, the total bill for the 2 tables is 2,313,800 yuan. After rounding it off, the total is 2,300,000. PFFF. Wang Haiyang just took the cup of tea that Lin Xian poured for him and directly spat it out. What? How much did you say? 2,300,000? Wang Haiyang was dumbfounded. Yes. How much for my table? That table is 11,000 yuan. Gulp. Wang Haiyang swallowed a mouthful of saliva. He was different from the Liao family. The Liao family had a big family business, and his family business was also quite big. However, he couldn't do it to such a big extent. Although he could take out more than 2 million yuan, it wasn't a small amount. The three of them ate 2,200,000 yuan worth of food? Senior, is there a problem? It seems like we ate quite a lot. If there's no other way, I'll pay for it myself. Senior, you can pay for yourself, Lin Xian said at this time. Han Chuxue and Ling Ying secretly shook their heads. Don't you think you're committing a sin? Why did you have to pay for them? Isn't that a sin? You asked for it. You even caused them to lose a bet. F***ck. Big idiot. Chapter 658. He had already boasted in front of the girl he liked. If he went back on his word now, his image would be completely ruined. Ahem, it's fine. It's only 2 million. It's nothing. Wang Haiyang then handed over his bank card. His heart ached. Generous. Senior is indeed senior. I believe that with senior's generosity, you will definitely find a very beautiful girlfriend. Lin Xian gave Wang Haiyang a thumbs up. Wang Haiyang forced a smile on his face. Hello, this is your receipt. The lobby manager handed the receipt to Wang Haiyang. Wang Haiyang hurriedly took a look. What the F***ck? A bottle of red wine worth 320,000 yuan? And a bottle of 140,000 yuan? What the F***ck? Caviar cost 200,000 yuan? What the F***ck? Top-notch black truffle cost 80,000 yuan? What the F***ck? He had never drunk such an expensive red wine before. What the F***ck? Hello, this is the red wine you packed. The beautiful waitress handed Lin Xian a bottle of red wine worth 320,000 yuan and handed it to Lin Xian. Thank you. Here's your tip. Lin Xian took out 1,000 yuan tip and handed it over. Thank you, sir. Wang Haiyang was speechless. 2 million yuan and a 320,000 yuan bottle of red wine were taken away by him? He spent money to buy wine for him to take away? He vomited. This 320,000 yuan bottle of red wine is not bad. Take it home and drink it slowly. Lin Xian handed a new bottle to Ling Ying. Ling Ying took it without hesitation. Wang Haiyang was speechless. He paid for it, and Lin Xian gave it to him? F***cku. Endure. Endure. I must endure. It's fine, it's fine. I made a friend with Lin Xian and showed my generosity in front of the two girls. It's not a loss, not a loss. Endure. Lin Xian looked at Wang Haiyang with a smile and said, Thank you, young Master Wang. If there's a chance in the future, I will definitely treat you to this meal. There will be a chance. How about we go out for a meal tomorrow? Don't worry, I'll treat you. You can treat me later, okay? He had to build a good relationship with Lin Xian tomorrow and learn how to pick up girls from him. He definitely couldn't do it now. After all, there were still 2 girls here. Lin Xian smiled. Sure. Since young Master Wang is so enthusiastic, I'll definitely give you face. But tomorrow, we won't come to such a good place. We'll just eat casually. I can't let young Master Wang spend money. Wang Haiyang nodded and cursed in his heart. Damn it, he had already spent a lot of money. Then let's go out and play now? Wang Haiyang asked. Lin Xian looked at the time and said, No, it's late. It's going to be late at night. It's getting late. Young Master Wang, why don't you go back first? I'll have a chat with them. Lin Xian said. Wang Haiyang. F***ck. Was he still chasing him away now? F***ck your mother. If he did not teach him a lesson, he would kill this B*****. Chat. What can you chat about? Ahem, okay, then I'll go back first. Alright, Chuxue, this is a small gift I bought for you on the way. Please accept it. Wang Haiyang handed a small box to Han Chuxue. It's okay. Han Chuxue politely declined. Just accept it. It's young Master Wang's goodwill. Lin Xian then snatched it for Han Chuxue and put it in her hand. She didn't want a free gift? Wouldn't that be a loss? This small box seemed to contain necklaces and earrings. The gift he gave definitely wouldn't be cheap. It could be sold for some money. Han Chuxue. Wang Haiyang was extremely satisfied. It seemed that Lin Xian understood his intentions and was helping him chase Han Chuxue. In the past, he had given her many gifts but was rejected by Han Chuxue. This time, with Lin Xian's help, he succeeded. This 2 million was not spent in vain. As long as he could chase Han Chuxue, he was willing to spend another 2 million. Little did he know, this thing was quickly sold by Lin Xian. This guy was still happy, thinking that Lin Xian was helping him chase girls. He was very satisfied. Poor guy, Han Chuxue is going to have sex with the man in front of you tonight, and you're still happy. Then we'll go first. Chuxue, sleep early. Alright that. Chuxue, can I add you on WeChat? Wang Haiyang scratched his head and asked. Han Chuxue glanced at Lin Xian. Lin Xian nodded quietly. Yeah, young Master Wang is indeed very thoughtful. I think you should add him on WeChat, right? Then Han Chuxue nodded. Okay. Wang Haiyang was about to fly to the sky. She actually added him on WeChat. Oh God. Sure enough, it's good to have a wingman when chasing girls. This Han Chuxue and Ling Ying were best friends. At this time, Wang Haiyang really hoped that Lin Xian could chase Ling Ying. Then, he and Lin Xian would work together and it would be easier to chase Han Chuxue. Then I'll go first. After that, Wang Haiyang left happily. Lin Xian secretly shook his head. Poor guy. Hey, you tricked him. Why did you ask Chuxue to add him? Ling Ying was very unhappy. He glared at Lin Xian. So what if he added her on WeChat? Block him on WeChat and chat with him occasionally. It's not a loss, Lin Xian said. The main thing was to let him think that he was really awesome. Then, he could continue tricking him. The long road of tricking money had just begun. Lin Xian then opened the small box. Oh wow, this earring is a bit shiny. I guess it can't be bought without 70,000 or 80,000 yuan, right? Isn't there a price tag? 140,000 yuan. Lin Xian then raised the small box in his hand and said, brand new earrings. 140,000 yuan. Now sold for 70,000 yuan. Does anyone want to buy it? 5 minutes later, Wang Haiyang's earrings were sold by Lin Xian for 70,000 yuan. It was a miserable batch. That's not very good, right? Han Chuxue couldn't bear it. TSK, chasing my woman. This is considered light. Lin Xian said. Han Chushue's small face slightly reddened. My woman. This sentence was very simple, but it had a huge impact on her. Ling Ying was jealous. Let's go to sleep. Pui, let's go play cards. The lobby manager walked over. Do you have any other orders? Lin Xian asked. You do free meals for couples here, right? Yes. Then we spent more than 2 million yuan. Should we get a good room? Do you want to stay here? He was dumbfounded. Lin Xian nodded. Of course, it has to be good. Then, he watched dumbfounded as the three of them entered a room. What a god. 3 people? A man and 2 women living together? Damn. The main thing was that these 2 women were so beautiful. This young Master Lin was indeed his boss's friend. He wasn't an ordinary person. He had some skills. He was convinced. At this moment, in the room, the 3 of them went to take a shower one by one. Lin Xian happily changed into his pajamas. He didn't want to wear it. Anyway, he would have to strip naked. Chapter 659. The first round began immediately. Lin Xian grabbed the landlord card. Do you want it? Han Chuxue asked. Her cards were better. She actually wanted the landlord card. Anyway, She had already discussed it with Ling Ying. Even if she won the other party's card, she would secretly return it to him. She would only cheat Lin Xian. They didn't care about this little bit of money, but it was a game. That was a different story. It felt like they would be happy if they won 100 yuan, but they would be brooding if they lost 100 yuan. Lin Xian looked at his cards with a hesitant look. Because he grabbed the landlord card, if he didn't want it, then the next player was Han Chuxue. If she also didn't want it, then Ling Ying would choose it. If she still didn't want it, then the deck would be reshuffled. Lin Xian's cards were also very good. If he wanted to win more money, then he would need a bomb. And Han Chuxue actually took the initiative to ask him if he wanted it. Obviously, her cards were good. What kind of cards were good? A bomb. If the cards were going well, then one might not necessarily choose the landlord card. Because there might be 3 useless cards, then a good deck of cards would become useless. Therefore, Han Chuxue must have a bomb in her hand. Then he would have to trick her to the end. Lin Xian pretended to be in a difficult position to make Han Chuxue think that his cards weren't good. Do you want it? Do you want it? I'm dying of anxiety. Ling Ying's cards were also good. She and Han Chuxue each had a bomb and a king each. They were anxious to win Lin Xian's money. Yes. Let's take a gamble and turn a bicycle into a motorcycle. Lin Xian then took the 3 landlord cards. Ling Ying and Han Chuxue exchanged a look. Money was about to start. Lin Xian smiled in his heart. Similarly, money was about to start. Do you believe that you two won't be able to play a single card? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Tisk. Bragging. You play then. Ling Ying rolled her eyes. Airplane. Lin Xian directly played a series of cards. The 2 girls, of course, chose no. Company. Lin Xian threw out another pile of cards. He still had 4 cards in his hand, and these 4 cards were a bomb. That's right, this round of cards was just that smooth. How many more? Ling Ying was a little flustered. He was almost done with the 2 rounds. I'm not telling you. It's not the time to announce the number of cards. Lin Xian said mysteriously. Then the 2 of them flipped through it. 16 cards. He still has 4 cards left. Han Chuxue said. 4. Don't tell me they're bombs. Ling Ying muttered. Impossible, impossible. It can't be that easy. Ling Ying glanced at Lin Xian. Lin Xian had a smug look on his face. Keep pretending, keep pretending. This old lady doesn't believe that you're a bomb. It's definitely a 3-man team. Bomb. I'll bomb you. Then Lin Xian's face fell. No. Ha ha ha. Pfft. Ling Ying and Han Chuxue laughed. It really wasn't a bomb. They were almost fooled by him. Did you see that? I'm so smart. You still want to trick me? Ling Ying had a proud look. Then, she and Han Chuxue played a round of cards. Lin Xian didn't want any of them. It gave them the feeling that this must be a 3-man team. Pour a cup of cappuccino for Chuxue. Whether there's a bomb or not, just blow it up. He doesn't want a single card or a pair. His cards must be very small. Then, Han Chuxue threw out a bomb without hesitation. These 2 bombs added an additional 20,000 yuan to the total. Awesome. Lin Xian's lips curled up. Ling Ying looked at Lin Xian provocatively. Then, she suddenly saw the smile on Lin Xian's lips. She suddenly felt that something was wrong. Chuxue, what cards haven't you played? I haven't played a queen. Then, bomb. Lin Xian threw out 4 queens. The 2 girls. Ha ha ha. Give me money. Ha ha ha. Lin Xian's laughter was too annoying. Ha ha ha, why aren't you laughing? Weren't you laughing very happily just now? Didn't you want to bomb? Continue, ha ha ha. Lin Xian said with a smile. Ling Ying pouted. F***ck. It's a trap. It's all a trap. Han Chushue was also helpless. This bastard actually played such a trick. He purposely left the bombs for them to add money. Ah. 3 bombs, 40,000 each. Give me money. I don't accept it. Ling Ying kicked Lin Xian's leg. Of course, it didn't hurt. Your IQ is worrying. Don't say you don't accept it. Give me money. Then, the 2 girls each sent a big red packet of 40,000 in the group. Of course, it was peanuts to them. Even an earring or a necklace would cost at least 6 digits. Lin Xian received a red packet. When he opened the second red packet, he realized. F***CK. It was taken? Then, Miao Xiaomiao sent a moving picture. A little person holding a red packet kowtowed and thanked the boss. Lin Xian. It was taken by Xiaomiao. Ling Ying couldn't help but laugh. Then, Lin Xian quickly typed, Miao Xiaomiao, give me the red packet. Miao Xiaomiao sent a despising picture and sent out the red packet. Lu Yufan, why are you sending red packets in the group in the middle of the night? Another night owl joined the group chat. Linya, little Xian, where are you playing? Another person joined the group. On the other side, several girls were peeping. Ling Ying, we're playing cards. The loser will send a red packet in the group. You can't snatch it, cute emoji. Lin Xian shuddered. Look at you. You're so gentle in the group. You even added a cute emoji. Little did you know. Little did you know what? Ling Ying glared at him. Little did you know that you're even gentler in front of your phone, Lin Xian, who had a strong desire to survive, said. That's more like it. Ling Ying raised his little head proudly. Ling Long Shui, can I play with you? That's right. This virtual stage big shot was trying to join the conversation. Lin Xian. F***CK, you're still awake. Also, I won't play with you. Thanks. Ling Long Shui. Delete friend. Lin Xian. Lu Yufan, serves you right. Yee, you guys are so good. Giving out 80,000 in one go, shocked emoji. Linya, little Xian, you guys play less. It's just for fun. Lin Xian. Don't worry. I'm the one who wins. I'll buy a bunch of delicious food for you when I get home. Linya. Then they chatted in the group for about half an hour before stopping. After all, it was really late. After that, Xiao Runing and Wang Xintong also appeared. Only Ling Long Shui and Ling Long Shui didn't appear. After all, the 3 of them were together. Lin Xian guessed that the 2 girls were together with Ling Long Shui, looking at the content of the conversation on their phones. Let's continue. Putting away his phone, Lin Xian and the others continued playing cards. Drink some red wine. Isn't it interesting to play cards while drinking? Lin Xian ran over and opened the bottle of red wine that cost 320,000. Did you see that? I didn't guess wrong, right? Ling Ying whispered to Han Chushue. Han Chushue nodded. Are we drinking or not? Let's drink. Are you afraid of him? We can see what this bastard is up to. But you're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.